Good afternoon, evening, everybody. We're here racing once again here on a Saturday night with the PSCRL guys. In fact, we've got a great visitor here tonight, don't we? Josh Kreider, league owner, is going to be helping us call some shots up here in the booth. Josh, how you doing tonight?
Hey guys, I'm doing well. It's beautiful and sunny down here in Florida. Taking a little vacation with the family, so I'm not in the car tonight. I'm just up here dodging the incidents from Chicago.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We also got Jay in the booth. Jay, how you doing?
Oh boy, we're back for another one of these PSCRL Truck Series races. The best iRacers in the business again here on the streets of Chicago. I mean, I have been looking forward to this race for the last week or so. I can't wait to see this action. This is going to be just a phenomenal race. I'm ready for it. Let's get this thing going already.
Yes, absolutely. Ready to go at it once again. You can see on your screen there, we got just about 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this session. And then we're going to go right into qualifying. But before we do that, we're going to go straight into our info page to give you guys a good look on what we're facing tonight. So again, tonight we're at the Windy City Grand Prix here in Chicago. We got a track length of 2.12 miles, a track temp of 112 degrees, and an altitude of 605 feet. An ambient temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 44% humidity, got a little bit of cloudy skies, and 8-mile-an-hour winds. The PSCRL Truck Series is in its Season 3 12-turn street course, debuted in 2023 with 9 right turns, 3 left turns. We have a stage caution on lap 30 tonight, a pace car speed of 45, a pit speed of 45, and everybody out there tonight gets one quick repair. Lots of good stuff happening tonight so far. Matthew Wood topping the board with a 129.9, currently 1.13 seconds quicker than second place. Noah Blackwell, Thomas Horvath, that's your top 3 at the moment. All these guys ready to get it here at the Chicago Street Course. Jay, though, we're going to go into our coveted early race predictions. Jay, what do you predict on what's going to happen here tonight with everybody on this tight, windy track? And what can the viewers expect?
Oh man, I've been waiting for this race, like I said, for over a week now. I'm super excited. I think we're going to see some great action. The stage caution is in a very interesting spot here tonight. It's going to play into the hands of a little bit of strategy to be implemented. I'm super excited to see how these drivers and set up their car or their strategy and set to make this pit stop to be able to get advantage over the rest of the field. But if we're taking somebody for the race victory, is that what we're doing here, Tom? I don't know how you can look anywhere else but the Iron Man, Matthew Wood. New looking car, looking real clean, shiny on track. I mean, does he go 3 in a row? I think it's time to give him the announcer's jinx this week because I've really kind of done bad at giving that to other drivers this season. So we'll push some of that juju over to Matthew Wood, the Iron Man himself, here tonight.
Absolutely. Josh, this is your league. What can we expect tonight with your drivers, your league, and who do you got tonight as somebody to look forward to and doing really well?
Yeah, I mean Matthew Wood's the guy to beat. I mean it's gonna take someone running over him or an incident for him not to win tonight. And I not only am I picking him to win, I'm also picking him to win the Roger Dodger Bars and Bumpers $25 yet again to go through and not only qualify on the pole, lead the most laps, win the stage and the race. So I'm calling it. He's going to dominate tonight. I think the race is going to be from second on back.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. High hopes for that number 16 of Matthew Wood. I'm gonna stray off the beaten path already here, and I'm gonna go with the number 18, Thomas Horvath, in the 18 truck or 04 truck. That's right, 04 truck. Very quick in practice. We'll see what he can do here in qualifying. That pink, blue, and white 04 Toyota Tundra, as he is now coming towards the back end of the course and looking to start his first timed lap. Dylan Carrier, though, he is the first truck to cross the start-finish line himself, now coming through turn 1. And it's a very long, tricky track to try to get a good lap time in here. And we'll watch the 54 as he continues to run out through this course, see what he can do here.
Yeah, he's heading down Shoreline Drive right now, heading into turn 4, and then he'll be making this right-hander into turn 5, and setting his way down Columbus Drive to that infamous Lyle's Landing, turn 6. If you know, you know. Very difficult part of this track where it double backs and starts the second half of this course.
Absolutely. All right, now we've got Dylan coming through the fountain area now. We'll see what he can do in that number 54 truck. He's about to round up his first lap here. Let's see if he can be the first one to put up a lap time in this session here. He's getting real close to the wall there, trying to maximize all of the track he can. Now coming into the back end of the track, we're going to see him take this final corner back to the front straightaway. Dylan Carrier locks it up and into the wall.
Yeah, he got into the wall there. He was talking in practice that he was having some brake issues, and that certainly can be a difficulty when your brakes are locking up. So looks like he is giving up and going off to Jordan Kreider on the road now.
Yeah, that's absolutely something you need to manage for sure. Jordan Kreider, though, goes P1 on the board with a 133.02. Thomas Horvath in the number 04 truck, putting a 133.88 up on the board, 8/10 slower than Jordan Kreider at the moment. Danny White in the number 79, crossing the start-finish line, P3 at the moment. Go and try to find somebody who's closer to completing their lap. Here's Matthew Wood now, already 7/10 through the lap. He's coming into the section, or the fountain area. This is a big moment for him. Let's see if he can put down a flyer for the first lap.
Yeah, Matthew Wood going through turns 9 now. Through turn 10, he's going to be setting his way up here down this little straightaway into turn 12. Or this is turn 10, or turn 11, excuse me, down this long straightaway here, setting up for turn 12. And like Josh said, with the brake issues that we saw in Carrier, not a lot of runoff on these corners. Really easy to run wide and get into the wall. Something these drivers will be trying to avoid all night long. Matthew Wood crosses the line here now.
Matthew Wood does...
Wait for the lap to pop up here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he did get a clean lap in there. Matthew Wood's going to have to bet on his second lap there. Bryant Lucas, though, he goes P2, 3. Chris Stage goes P2 at the moment, which is a great run for him. Nathan Williams now crossing the line, and that number 13 Ford F-150 not being able to put up a lap time, though. We'll see how that second lap works out for him. At the moment, Thomas Horvath, though, coming across start-finish line. Let's see if he improves. He does! A 132.52 for him. Top of the leaderboard for the 18. Excuse me, 04.
Yeah, beautiful
Very
paint
solid
scheme
lap
there.
Excuse me. The 19, Melvin Berenger. He is now crossing start-finish line for his first lap. Let's see what he can do as he crosses start-finish line. And it looks like he's not going to be able to put in a lap time because he did not get a clean lap in there. We're going to go to Chris Stange. Next guy to cross the start-finish line here. See what the 29 can do.
Yeah, Chris Stange following up back-to-back runner-up performances here in the PSCRL Truck Series. He's going to be taking his lap now, crossing the start-finish line here down Columbus Drive. Heading for turn 1. He does! Oh, he's 7/100ths of a second off Horvath's time. What a flyer of a lap here by Chris Stange going P2.
Chris Stange, a flyer put up on the board. Let's see what Matthew Wood does. P1 for Matthew Wood, a 130.57. Noah Blackwell, P2 with a 132.21. He's still got another lap to go as well.
So smooth by Matthew Wood there. We kind of expected him to go to the top of the board, and he certainly did.
Absolutely. Nathan Williams now coming across start-finish line. That is his second lap. He goes P7 with a 133.98. Noah Blackwell still on track, trying to get that second lap time, but Melvin Berenger, he is going to put in his second lap here, and let's see if he can get a clean one in.
Yeah, he's really sliding it through turn 9 there around the fountain section, goes through turn 10, turns 11, and now he's going towards turn 12 here to finish this lap. See what kind of time he puts on the board, Melvin Berenger, the 19 truck.
Melvin's certainly not known as a road course racer at all. So if he can get a solid lap here and just start in the top 10, I know he's going to be thrilled.
Yeah, it looks like, unfortunately, though, the 19 does not get a good lap in, not a clean lap. It's not going to count for his qualifying run. Melvin Berenger is going to have to start in the back there in the number 19. Right now, though, on board with Noah Blackwell, number 88 truck. He is rounding out turn 11. Here is turn 12 right here on his second lap. He has an opportunity to get to the top of the board as he comes out of the final corner a little sideways there, trying to maximize all the power to the ground that he can. And the 88 does cross the start-finish line. Let's see what he does. Not any better.
I mean, what a flyer of a lap that Matthew Wood put down. Here we are with Nathan Line here in the 38. Sideways off of 12. He's going to grab a little bit of wall on pit entry. Not what he was looking for here off of turn 12. Trying to put down a qualifying lap.
Yep, just got a little too much throttle on it and looped it around for sure.
Little too much throttle. We're going to be seeing that a lot tonight, actually, with all these guys trying to maximize on-track position. Nathan Line just being the one to showcase it for us first in that number 38 truck. And Nathan, though, having to go back to pit lane, try to fix some repairs there on his truck, get back out. We'll see how he does coming back out, hopefully. But real quick, we'll go to the chat here. Sienna Taylor, let's go Gaston, of course. A race 1 winner at Talladega. Trying to go with the flow of his great finishes. Tanja's back in the chat. Hello from Florida. Good luck, guys. And GG Matthew. Matthew seems on a different planet at the moment. But Nathan Line hitting the track once again. Number 38, Chevrolet.
Yeah, he's going to try to put down another lap here. He grabs a little bit of wall here. He's going to continue down Shoreline Drive. That was off a turn 2 that he made that contact. 3 and 4 now going down Shoreline Drive. See if he can maximize the track here as he sets up down this straightaway and maybe get a good run into turn 6. Carry as much speed as he can, trying to put a lap down for qualifying.
Yeah, looking pretty solid here so far. If he can just keep it on the track, he's definitely going to improve here. And maybe even the way he's pacing, be in the top 5 here.
Yeah, I think a big part as he makes a little contact with the wall right there, coming through what Jay would call Lyle's Landing. Pretty difficult corner there as he is now rounding turn 7 and into turn 8. But heating up those tires. Josh, you spend a lot of time in these trucks with this new tire model. What's it like running around here on cold tires versus hot tires?
The cold tires definitely can be pretty slick and it'll push tight, but once you get your tires really wound up, the right rear just sits there and spin, and you'll loop it coming right out of the turn like Line did there a little bit ago. And several different drivers that we've seen in practice just spinning around. So looks like qualifying's wrapped up here. Let's hit it over you boys.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Matthew Wood, your pole sitter for tonight. Get that up here. Here we go. Matthew Wood on pole in the number 16 with Noah Blackwell in number 88 starting P2.
Starting P3, that's Bryant Lucas in the 6 truck with Thomas Horvath in the number 04 starting P4.
Chris Stange in the number 29 starting P5 with Jordan Kreider in the number 69 starting P6.
Starting P13 or P7, that is the 13 truck of Nathan Williams with Brian Underwood in the number 77 starting P8.
Your race 1 winner, Jonathan Gaston in the number 72 starting P9 with Danny White on the outside of him and the number 79 truck starting P10.
Starting P11, that's the 25 truck of William Connolly with Nathan Brookover in the 27 starting P12. Rounding out your top 12 starters in the Windy City Grand Prix.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to watch these cars go around the racetrack one time, and then we're going to get the green flag. Real quick, though, let's go back to our chat section. Tanja says, Chris says it's not his best track, so we will hope for the best. Dallas Seward giving us some of that Big Daddy NASCAR love there. Haas the Penguin. Screw that Matthew guy. Must be a pretty good friend. Tanja back there. LOL. I have heard all day. I'll never get 2 seconds with the checker flag. You know, well, sometimes you don't have to be the quickest car on track to win the race. Just got to get a little bit of luck coming your way. And with Chris Stange starting P5, he's put himself in a great position to find himself taking advantage of some situations.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, it's always got the whole goal of racing, right? You got to be the first one to cross the checkered flag first. If you put yourself in position to do that, and a little bit of luck and favor plays into your cards or your basket, you can find yourself in victory lane. Especially here tonight, it's gonna be a very difficult track. Not a lot of runoff. We've heard Josh talk a little bit about the tire issues and maybe a little bit of brake issues that some of these guys are experiencing through qualifying. It's gonna be a very interesting race. 55 laps on the board, a stage caution lap 30. We've got a lot in store here tonight.
We sure do, Jay. And look, we've got 17 cars on track. 17 for a race like this. We're going to be seeing lots of action. And not only towards the front of the pack, it's going to be everywhere. We're going to be looking top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20. Most of these guys are going to be duking it out on track for, maximizing points. That's what it's all about here. Real quick, though, TW in the chat. Let's go Nathan Williams. Nathan, getting some support out here right now. Great stuff. Love to see it in the chat. And, yeah, I am so excited to see this. Look, this is actually my first race being able to broadcast here at the Chicago Street Course. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, that's a great point. This is my first race as well. I spent a good couple hours earlier today studying this track, learning all the different straightaways and turns, trying to get it mapped out in my brain so we can give you guys the best viewing experience here tonight. But the best iRacers in the business, we are lined up, ready to go green here this time by... Oh my goodness, I am so ready to get some street racing with this great PSCRL Truck Series. What a great start to the season. I can't wait to see what we have in store here tonight. I feel it in the air. We're going to be in for one of these classic races.
Absolutely. Jordan, we're about to go green flag racing here. Any last thoughts before we get that green flag?
It's going to be intense here. Let's just hope that they don't pile it up off the start. That's my main concern. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I accidentally said Jordan, not Josh, so I apologize. But regardless, coming through turn 7 and into turn 8. These guys are gearing up. They're tightening down their seat belts, making sure their steering wheel's on the steering column there. And we're about to go and watch the 16 of Matthew Wood lead this field to green. You're going to watch the pace truck come off the racing surface and control of the race into the 16's hand. Coming off the final corner now, it's Matthew Wood, Noah Blackwell, side by side, ready to start this race here at the Windy City. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, green flag out in the air. The 16 gets a massive jump on the field. The 88 struggling. Bryant Lucas taking advantage of that, going into turn 1. You see the 6 truck giving a little bumper business from the 88. Coming off of turn 1 now and into turn 2. Bryant Lucas is going sideways. Lots of contact between the top 2 cars. Bryant Lucas now scored in P3. Thomas Horvath looking to make a pass on Bryant Lucas now to the inside of the 6 truck coming down the front straightaway.
Yes, this is some great side-by-side action here early. It's now Horvath to the inside of Lucas. He's going to make that move here into turn 5. This is incredible. Or turn to turn 4 off of turn 5. Down this straightaway here. This time we're going to get towards Lyle's Landing for the first time today. We'll see how aggressive these guys are in this braking zone as you got your top 2 kind of separating here from the field.
How about Thomas in his first ever career start here with PSCRL? He's moving up through the field quick.
Absolutely, he is. He's got some speed tonight in this 04 Toyota Tundra, doing everything he can to make sure he gets back up to the front after a little bit of a bad start there for the 04. He's trying to get and reel back in Noah Blackwell in the 88. Currently, Matthew Wood way out front, already has an almost 2.25 second lead right now over Blackwell as he's coming into the final corner. That's the 16 truck. Matthew Wood going to complete the first lap of this race on top of the leaderboard. Noah Blackwell P2. That battle between Thomas Horvath and Bryant Lucas has now dwindled. The 04 getting a little bit of gap between himself and the 6 truck now coming into turn 1.
Yeah, down into turn 1, Horvath up to P3 off this initial start. Lucas back to P4 4 from P3 off the initial start, but you got a line of trucks behind him, led by Chris Staines there in P5. This is going to get exciting as we're going to go down Lakeshore Drive this time by a little sideways off the corner there. I'm not sure who that was. It might be the 77 of Underwood in that red truck that got a little squirrely there off of turn 3. This is going to be an interesting break-in zone down here into turn 4. Oh, and they're going to continue single file. Not a lot of runoff here as we enter turn
big
5
contact!
now.
Jonathan Gaston hits the wall in a big way right there.
Yeah, more contact.
Unbelievable. These guys just pounding the wall down here on lap 2. Maybe a little bit of excitement out of these guys trying to maximize all the on-track action, and it looks like the 25 of Connolly is now going to get around. Oh, that's the 13, Nathan Williams.
Is off.
Nathan Williams into Lyle's Landing.
What
Yeah,
a horrible break for Nathan Williams.
Yeah, exactly. I believe that the 79 of Danny White also had a collision back there as well. We might have missed that on the broadcast. I saw somebody sideways there through turns 4. He's got this thing back on the track, but a little bit of right front damage you can see on the 79 truck as he continues on here through turn 6.
Coming on back here with Brian Underwood in the 77. Now scored in the P6 position. A little bit squirrely there at the beginning parts of this race. Coming across the start-finish line now. Still scored P6, and he's got a line of cars behind him. On this street course, lots of excitement happening so far. I think that the 77 is just trying to find his way in his seat right now. Get a little comfortable. Make sure that 77 stays pretty clean, and to the end of the race, we hope to see that 77.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And I'm looking on the standings here, and we got Jordan Hand in pit road. He's running in the top 3 in points. And it looks like he's absolutely destroyed his truck, so he might be done until he gets done towed with the fast repair.
Absolutely.
Wow, that is some major contact there for the 3 truck. See if he can get that fast repair going. We'll go back. Yes, there it is, Danny White. This is what I saw in the backdrop. Big stack up here in turn 4.
Oh, let's see what happened here between all these cars. Oh, big contact. Oh, and the track was blocked. The 3-car blew a motor. Holy cow. Nathan Lyons in there. Carrier's in there. The 4-car is in there. Unbelievable.
That's one thing we talked about in the driver's meeting was if the track was blocked, to make sure that you're not driving crazy to come in there and pile into everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that those guys definitely found themselves in a situation. As now the 13 of Nathan Williams is big contact by Gaston once again to the outside wall there. Nathan Williams going to capitalize on that mistake by the 72. He finds himself in the top 10 now. The 13 truck, Nathan Williams, finding his way back into the top 10 here. A great run so far. Try to salvage some points here for the 13 car.
Yes, Danny White, or that would be Gaston back up to P11 after that incident. Williams with his incident, he's back to P10 from his initial start. As these guys are going to continue on here through this race. Maybe a little bit of strategy. We know that stage caution is here at lap 30, so maybe stretch this out, save the quick repair until we get that stage caution to stay in contention here. Oh, Nathan Lyon is up on 2 wheels here. Oh my goodness, in turn 12. Unbelievable. That car has got some significant damage here. He's going to head down pit lane.
Yeah, lucky for him, it happened right there at pit lane to where he can turn in and not have to tow the truck because it is done.
Yeah, absolutely. Towing takes a lot of time around this track, so if you have to tow, not only do you have to wait for the tow, you have to fix that damage too that comes about you having to tow. But right now, watching Danny White and his little battle that he's got going on with the 27 of Nathan Brookover, these guys have been going at it for a couple laps here, but we'll go to one of our closer battles on track here. Melvin Berenger and Jordan Kreider. It looks like a little bit of a gap happened between these two guys, but definitely they've been battling here for pretty much the whole 5 laps of this race so far.
Yeah, this is right inside the top 10. This is 8th of Kreider, and then 9th is Berenger. So they're going to go through this turn here real tight off of 12. Oh my goodness, Berenger getting right up against the wall, carrying a lot of speed. See Williams a little loosey-goosey there off the corner as well. And Gaston, as we're going to head down into turn 1. Berenger still on the pursuit of Kreider here through turn 1.
Kreider and Berenger are usually really close in points. Last season, Kreider beat out Behringer before he had to drop out in the playoffs to make the playoffs. So he knows how important these stage points are, and he's definitely not going to lift. He's going to be really aggressive trying to catch Kreider here.
Absolutely, a great insight of what the points looked like last season. Gives us a good insight of what is going through these drivers' brains at this point in time, especially with all the stress that involves going around a track like this. So small, lots of power to the wheels. These guys trying to keep everything straight as they go around this race course. Jordan Kreider, though, in the number 69, doing a great job to keep ahead of Melvin at this point in time. But look, we're only lap 5. Anything can happen. We'll go back up to the front here, though. Chris Stange. Oh, something happened to Matthew Wood here.
What happened to Wood?
I was going to say that. Yes, Matthew Wood has an issue. Back to P5 here. I'm not sure what happened. I saw that his gap from the lead dissipated, and then he was back to P5. Might have to go back and find a replay, as now he's hounding the rear bumper here of Stange.
Let's see
Look,
what...
guys, Sorry about that, Thomas. Go ahead.
I was going to say, let's see what the 16 does here coming down the front straightaway. We'll pull up a replay after that as he is trying to go side by side with the 29 to Chris Stange, but not going to happen into turn 1. Let's go back and look and see real quick. Let's see what happened to the 16. Looks like he's coming across our finish line and going into turn 1. Let's see what happens. Oh!
Why would he be that aggressive with a 5-second lead? It just doesn't make sense, guys.
Oh, Matthew Wood now scored. It's P5, still behind Chris Stange.
The Ironman, Matthew Wood, always digging, always trying to find that speed in the race truck, and here he is back to P5 after a little bit of incident in turn 1. Still giving the bumper business to Chris Stange here in the 29 truck. Can he hound him here into turn 6? This is Lyle's Landing. This is just as difficult as turn 1. He's right up on the bumper. He's going to try and drive that momentum off the corner and set something up here into turn 7.
Absolutely, guys. It's gave him a little bumper business again as they come throughout. We're looking here. I mean, Matthew knows he's got $25 on the line here. He's got to get back to the lead before lap 30.
Yeah, that's absolutely something to think about, especially trying to get an insight on what he's seeing as well. Now coming through the final corners, the 16 truck, Matthew Wood trying to find his way around the 29. 29 gets a little loose off of turn 11 there. He holds it together. Here comes the 16, diving it deep on the inside of the 29. It looks like he was trying to make it happen, but not this time. The 16 still behind the 29 here, coming across the start-finish line.
That was a little conservative there by the 16 to not take that too wide. He knew that probably wasn't going to be a smart move on his part into turn 1. Going to try and get right to the rear bumper of Stange in the 29 again. Very aggressive on the brakes. Maybe contact there into turn 2 as we're going to head down Shoreline Drive as Matthew Wood is looking maybe to the inside here down Shoreline Drive. He's going to take his nose under there. This is going to be interesting going into turn 4.
Absolutely great racing here at Chicago. Coming down. He's in the wall.
In the wall for Matthew Wood. It is starting to fall apart, it looks like, for this 16 truck. Lots of contact between the walls right now in this race. Incredible that he's still able to move on, and with all that damage on his truck, still hounding the rear bumper of the 29. Incredible.
Yeah, he's giving him all kinds of bumper business, gets right there, but can't make a move into the corner. Chris Stange is doing a phenomenal job holding his line and being consistent, not making a mistake as he's being just absolutely hounded here by Wood as he's sideways there off of turn 8 through turn 9. This really big, long, continuous left-hand around the fountain. He's going to try and get even closer here. He's still sideways, making a little bit of wall contact here.
We've got Carrier Motorsports versus Lightyear here, about as good as it gets down. As we come into another sharp turn here, it looks like Matthew might have heated up his right and left rear, trying to get up on stage. He loses more ground and hits the wall again, guys.
Again for the 16, he is just pushing hard. Everything that he's got, he's putting it on the track right now. Coming into turn 1, he's still behind the 29, and it seems the 29 is just calm, cool, and collected right now, holding that 16 car behind him going into turn 3 at the moment. A little bit of sideways action by the 29 now, coming down Lakeshore Drive. It looks like the 16 might have a little bit of a run here, Jay.
Yeah, down here into turn 4. Can he make a move here? Set him up for off at turn 5 to get a run down the straightaway as he grabs some more wall here. Oh, he's just riding right up against the edge of the wall on entry off of turn 5. Can he set something up here in a 6? Looks like he doesn't get the power down like Stange does here off of turn 5. This might not be an opportunity for him here. Headed for Lyle's Landing now.
Going into Lyle's Landing here, look out as you see the 77 and the 25 starting to pull in. Oh, side by side off the turn. Wood has the run.
Wood now coming into turn 7. Let's see what he can do here on the outside. The 29 locks it up. Almost contact. The 16 gets back into the wall. Once again, he's making great friends here tonight with the concrete barriers. Now back behind here, the 77 is all over the place. He's into the wall. He's going across the track. A little bit of damage there on the right rear from the 25 of William Connolly. Incredible. A string of events that we just watched.
Wow, what incredible racing as we exit turn 11. Now heading for turn 12 as now Underwood is behind. Oh, as you see a little bit of sideways action there by Connolly off of turn 12. Can Underwood get the run here? He does. We might have some side-by-side action here down the straightaway. Underwood's going to have the outside line. That's going to give Connolly the inside preferred line here into turn 1. Who's aggressive on the brakes? Underwood sends it in here, and he locks him up and spins. Oh, my goodness, into turn 1.
His teammates running right there, guys. I think Underwood was just locking it up to not take out Connolly there, as Kreider now coming to the inside of Underwood into the turn.
Now it looks like Kreider's looking to take advantage of this situation, and so is Melvin Berenger. He's all over the rear bumper of the 69. Coming down Lakeshore Drive now, it's the 69 to the inside of the 77, but he relents that position back to the 77. And now coming into the next corner, it's the 77. It's taking out front between these other guys, and it looks like Thomas Horvath now is to the lead.
Wow, what a drive by Horvath. He takes the lead here over Blackwell, and now he's going to continue to maybe stretch this lead out through turn 9. Here comes of Horvath to the lead. This is incredible racing up here at the front of the field.
I cannot believe what the incredible racing we are seeing so far out of Chicago. I did not expect that. Horvath to the lead in his first ever race is Kreider. Oh, Berenger goes to the outside of Kreider and completes the pass. We talked about the stage points. We got 10 laps to go coming to the stage here.
10 laps to go, and these guys are giving it everything they've got on the track right now. Jordan Kreider, though, being overtaken by Melvin Berenger in the 19 right now, and he's holding strong at the moment. It looks like Jordan Kreider may have just had a little bit of a slip-up on track there, and he had to give that position away to Melvin, and it seems like Brian Underwood is holding very strong there in P7 at the moment, but right now, your closest battle is these front two cars, Thomas Horvath and Noah Blackwell coming down Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah, Horvath looking comfortable behind the wheel here, really using the track to his advantage, really getting great runs off the corner. And now Blackwell has got to do a little bit of catch-up work here off of turn 5. He's going to use up all the track, get close to the wall here. Maybe he can close this gap down the straightaway into Lyle's Landing and maybe make a move or at least keep in touch here with the 04 truck of Horvath.
Look how tight Noah is under braking. I think he's used up his tire. Sorry, I misspoke there. I'm at 20 laps into the stage. My apology, it's lap 30. But Noah has used up his left and right rear. You can tell he's getting tight and loose. He comes tight in, loose off.
Yeah, absolutely. As you go further into this race, you can tell which drivers have really used up their tires. If you guys joined us for our last broadcast at Willow Springs with the backmarkers, guys, and huge contact for Noah Blackwell on the outside turn of turn 8, or 9, excuse me, now into turn 10, and into 11 they go. Now, or 12, excuse me, I'm all messed up here. The 88, though, is losing a lot of time to Thomas Horvath, currently 2.3 seconds ahead of him, as Noah Blackwell is trying to find his rhythm once again in the 88 truck here at Chicago.
Yeah, another thing to note here with this battle that went on for the lead, if you look at the gap here from Matthew Wood, he was 12 seconds behind just 5 laps ago, and now he's cut it down to 7.6. So Matthew Wood on his charge back to the front of this field, as he's probably going to be on the rear bumper here of Bryant Lucas here in a few laps. This is going to get wild for P3 between Wood and Lucas.
I tell you, I don't think Brian Lucas is going to run him very hard. That's his team owner, and they've ran the 24-hour race together. Just watch here. As soon as he gets to him, Brian's going to pull over and let him by. I put money on it.
All right, coming down to take Lyle's Landing, the 16 car now rolling up to the rear bumper of the 16. We might see a little exchange here between teammates and see if the 6 car pulls to the side for the 16. Now, oh, big loose time there for the 6 truck. Lucas has lost a lot of time to the 16. I'm sure they're communicating in their team chats right now. 16 making contact with the inside wall there in that corner, now coming through 8 and 9. Bryant Lucas still out in front of Matthew Wood. We'll see if that changes here in the coming corners.
Yes, Matthew Wood exiting turn 9 there into turn 10, and here's 11. See if he can close this gap even more. Maybe set something up off of 12 to be able to challenge into the front straightaway into turn 1. He's going to be about a half a car length back into turn 12, off of turn 12. He didn't get enough of a run here, I think. It might not be a drag race into turn 1. It'll be all depend on how aggressive Matthew Wood is here on the brakes into turn 1. He's going to get right up to the bumper here of Lucas into turn 1. Not going to be able to make anything happen here.
I am shocked that he has not let him by. I am absolutely shocked, but what great racing we have under braking here. Matthew looks to the inside and coming out. He gets a good run off, coming down the backstretch into the turn. We'll see how this plays out going in, and he's pushing it and still does not get below him here, and I think we're going to have a pass here going into the turn.
Yeah, it looks like the 16 does get underneath the 6 there, lets him by. Still some pretty close racing there between teammates. Oh, the 16 gets real loose there, coming off of that corner, coming into Lyle's Landing now. The 16 car, though, still holding on to P3, back into the podium for Matthew Wood.
Wow, this is just incredible. These guys were battling for P3, and they actually closed the gap to your leader, Horvath. They took a whole second off of it through that exchange. So these trucks are on rails right now. Maybe Horvath saving a little bit of his race truck for later in this run. But here comes Matthew Wood on the comeback trail of a century here through turn 8 and then around the fountain section, turn 9 now.
What do you guys think? Does Matthew Wood come back and get the stage win from Blackwell and Horvath here?
I think that's a great point to bring up, as the 16 is chasing that $25 cash in your pocket. Looks like the 6 truck got really loose there, holds on to it. Matthew Wood still continuing on. He's got a lot of time to make up here, 5.75 seconds at the moment to Thomas Horvath. A lot of time, but it can be done. Last time by, though, Matthew Wood a 134.4, Thomas Horvath 136.0.
Yeah, he's really closing this gap. He's got down to 5.7 seconds, but Blackwell's also staying in touch with Horvath as well. He's got that down under a second. So these guys are all running really fast, consistent lap times. Is now Matthew Wood has got it under 5 seconds now, 4.7 here as he goes down Lakeshore Drive.
He is absolutely flying, and like you said, Blackwell is coming up within a second. We also got a battle for 7th and 8th place here, and Connolly as well. It looks like Underwood might be running into him here.
Underwood might be coming under attack here by Melvin Berenger in the number 19. He's looking here into the next corner. Not going to make anything happen this time by there, but coming and feeding through the next couple of corners. He gets real loose off of turn 7 there, and the 77 of Brian Underwood continuing to increase that gap. Right now, it is 0.9 seconds between these two drivers. The 19, Melvin Berenger, still trying really hard to get back to the rear bumper of the 77 of Underwood.
It looked like Berenger might have grabbed some wall there entering turn 6. He was real close up the outside wall. Gets aggressive on the brakes here, trying to rotate the car without making contact through 6 and 7. Through 8 and 9 now, we're going around the fountain section. Underwood losing a little bit of time there. Maybe made a mistake there entering turn 9. Losing a little bit of ground there to Connolly as Berenger is putting the pressure on. Maybe now here through turns 10.
Yeah, if you look, Underwood got a little more wall there as he was coming through. Got really loose off. Both of them really loose. Remember, the 25 and the 77 are teammates, and there's no love lost between the 77 and the 19 from his.
Oh, we got pits!
Yep, here we go. Coming to Pero. Go ahead and take it.
William Connolly being the first truck coming down pit lane. Right now, Kurt was P6, now P8. He's going to be the first one to take tires here and see what the 25 can do later on in this run. Very interesting. We'll keep track of the 25 and see what he does. But right now, we got a pretty close battle here between P9 and P8. That's Jordan Kreider and Dylan Carrier.
Yes, we got a great battle here. We'll have to keep our tabs on the lead as well as this battle continues to rage on as that gap is closing. So we're gonna go back to the lead. Horvath is still leading. Blackwell in P2, and now he's getting hounded by Matthew Wood as he continues his drive through the field, all over the bumper of Blackwell here. This is a crazy moment as we're entering turn 9, as you see Blackwell a little sideways through turn 9.
Blackwell keeps getting loose under braking. It looks like he's absolutely worn out those rear tires. I'm really interested on what Connolly's doing here compared to the leaders. You can go 30 laps, so he didn't have to pit. So it looks like he's going to chance either short pitting, taking less time on pit road when he comes to the stage, or seeing what the new tires can do as Wood continues to put the pressure on the 88.
Oh, here comes Wood now down pit road on lap 14. We got a couple more takers. That's Thomas Horvath coming down pit road and the Ford truck of Farrell Robbins. We're going to see how these guys blend out with William Connolly, who has already made a pit stop now. We'll see how that works out for these guys and for William Connolly. But wow, what a call at the moment. Lap 15, halfway through the stage.
Yeah, big moments here for these guys making pit stops. That's going to put Lucas up to P2. Blackwell's going to inherit the lead. As you saw, that was Gaston, I believe, going a lap down there. So now back to Noah Blackwell leading this race down Shoreline Drive into turn 5, setting up for this straightaway here down Columbus Drive, heading towards Lyles Landing, turn 6. We'll see if he pits this time by.
Absolutely, and Bryant Lucas is the race strategist for Lightyear Racing. He does a really good job, so he definitely called an audible there to bring Matthew Wood in, hoping with his speed that he can come out, maybe get a little damage fixed. I don't know how much damage Matthew Wood had as we blended out here, and looks like Wood is significantly faster on those newer tires than what the 04 is.
Yeah, it looks like the 16 made a pretty easy pass there on the 04 of Thomas Horvath. Now coming into Lyles Landing here. And we're going to watch Matthew Wood here really slice and dice his way back through the field and try to reclaim that top spot. Hopefully no more issues for this number 16 truck as he continues on, and he is increasing that gap between himself and Thomas Horvath. Right now, though, Noah Blackwell down pit road.
Here it is, pit stop time for your race leader, and now here comes Bryant Lucas behind him. So your top 2 on the track are going to head towards pit lane. Change up the strategy here that we've seen, maybe a little bit of overcut situation that we saw to the other guys. That's going to give the lead to Chris Stange in the 29 truck. He's going to take the lead, as now you see Underwood come down pit lane as well. So here we go, mass pit stops here in Chicago.
Underwood's going to try to bring it down smooth. He's had issues with overshooting his pit stall the last couple of races, so he's just wanting to have a good, clean pit stop. And as Matthew Wood continues to roll through the field on those fresher tires, we'll see how it all plays out here in just a moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You could already tell the massive amount of time that he has gained over Noah Blackwell, who is still in the pits, coming out now, beating Bryant Lucas at the moment. That Matthew Wood on his quest to get back to the front. It looks like he is going to do it. What a run so far Matthew Wood has had after a mistake that he made and getting that 16 truck back up to the front.
Yeah, he's really pushing track limits. You see how close he gets to the wall on corner exit. He just has such this demeanor, the Iron Man himself, just finding a way to find speed around this track as he's heading for Lyles Landing now. See if he gets real aggressive on the brakes. He does into turn 6. Look at how much track he uses. Go right up against the wall, just running a fantastic race so far, recovering to perfection here as he chases down the lead of this race through pit sequences.
How ironic is it that Matthew Wood, you guys call him Iron Man, and he's running that same color that Terry Labonte did when he did his 600 start in that beautiful silver. So Iron Man Terry Labonte, Iron Man Matthew Wood, as he looks like he's going to chase that $25 from Roger Dodgers bars and bumpers.
Absolutely is, and might I add, doing a fantastic job. Even after making a mistake, he's going to find himself back up front. If Chris Stange, though, stays out, he's going to have a hard charging Matthew Wood behind him. We'll see what happens here in the coming laps to the 29 as he still decides not to pit this time by. He'll have some more opportunities here. Maybe a little outside wall contact there. Might be what we call a little bit of netcode there, as you saw a little bit of sparks flying, but definitely away from the wall.
Yes, he continues to lead. Hasn't made that pit stop yet. I was asking Josh here, do you think maybe he's racing for these stage points? Do you think he stretches this all the way out to the end of this stage here?
I think he's going to try to, because guys, he was at the mid to bottom top 10, and he's going to go for those laps led. He's getting the laps led points. Also, I think the carrier's going to do everything they can to keep Matthew Wood from getting as much stage points as possible. By some miracle, he can hold him off, because this is a big championship implication as well.
Yes, absolutely, but I do want to point out one thing. Matthew Wood, last time by, pulled the fastest lap of the session, a 1:30.25. That is absolutely hauling the mail. Chris D'Angelo, 1:36.10. That is 6 seconds that he gained in one lap. Unbelievable. You can see Matthew Wood right here. He's already caught the rear of that 29 truck, and it's about to get a little bit more feisty out on track. We'll see if Chris Dange makes a pit stop. He does! Matthew Wood back to the front.
Wow, there answers my question for sure. He's heading down pit lane. Here is Matthew Wood back to the lead as he's got a 9.2 second lead. I believe over Horvath. We'll have to wait for time and scoring to catch back up, but I believe he's up here by 9.3 seconds. This is a great run by Matthew Wood. Unbelievable with the incidents that he's had, and he's still able to maintain this lead as he's heading down Shoreline Drive now.
Guys, that is a 12-second swing from a couple laps short pit to him out there flying on hot laps. Let's see how those tires last coming up to lap 30 as we get closer to the stage, but that's a 12-second swing that Matthew Wood just put on the field.
That's crazy. That is crazy what he's able to do right now. Matthew Stange, though, coming out of pit road, battling with Melvin Berenger now. He has lost a lot of time. Oh! Almost contact there between the two trucks. The 29 locks it up. The 19 gets through. Now we got a side-by-side battle on Lakeshore Drive between the 77 and 29.
Yeah, still side-by-side here through through 4, ending for turn 4 now. It's going to be Underwood that takes the position. That was an incredible move there by Underwood to take advantage of the lockup by the 29 of Stange. Now off of turn 5, down the straightaway. Can he set something back up to come back at the 77 into Lyle's Landing? As you got 3 of these guys under a blanket here into turn 6. Underwood aggressive on the brakes, trying to close that gap down to Berenger here.
Absolutely. It looks like Berenger actually got in front of Underwood through the pit cycle. So they're sizing each other up. They're trying to outbrake each other. Obviously, Stange got a really good car. He just was out there on older tires. So we'll see if he can move up through the field here.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like the 77 is already hounded on the rear bumper of that 19. Melvin Berenger coming under a lot of pressure right now by the 77, who was also under pressure by the 29. Chris Dange looking like he's a little racy there. Oh, he makes some contact on the inside wall there. The 29 not looking like he wanted to do that at all. It's going to hurt him a little bit in the performance side, but we'll see how that 29 can recover here with a little bit of damage to that right side of that truck. Coming across the start-finish line now, Berenger still holding on to P6.
Wow, that was quite impressive how well of a drive that the 19 got off of turn 12. He's going to drive it in here into turn 1 aggressive. Stange might have grabbed some wall there on the exit of 1 into turn 2 now. Let's see if the 77 can get a little bit of a run here as he makes wall contact off of turn 2. This is insane. These guys are just duking it out here for position as now Underwood is getting pressured from behind by Chris Stange. He's going to look to the inside here. Can he make it happen? No, it's too narrow. Just thought better of it here. Exiting turn 5 now. These guys are still duking it out for this position.
These are 3 stage points, guys, that they are fighting for sure, and they want to get it. And the question is, who's going to pancake their truck first in this battle? As Underwood looks underneath Berenger here, thought better of it, and Stange outbreaks and goes to the inside, and he thinks better of it as well. So sizing them up each other. Take it back, Thomas. Here we go into the turn.
Now, it looks like the 77 tried to make a move on the 19, didn't make it happen. A little bit of lockup action there. Now coming through the next few corners, this is the 77's opportunity to make something happen. The 29 looking like he got a little upset there. He's lost a lot of ground to the truck in front of him. Now coming in, the final 2 corners, the 77 still behind the 19 and the 29 making more wall contact there, and he's still losing time to the 77. Off the final corner now, that's still Melvin Berenger out front in P6 in front of the 77 and 29. Crossing the start-finish line now.
Yeah, as you can see, Berenger really good through turns 11 and 12. The latter half of the lap is now, he's going to be pretty good here into turn 1 as well. He's going to open that gap up here to Underwood into turn 2. But this is where he made his mistake last time by, and that allowed Underwood and Stange to maybe close that gap a little bit. Near wall contact there for Underwood here through turn 3 and 4. Let's see who makes a move here. Maybe not an opportunity down Lakeshore Drive.
We are inside of 10 to go to the end of the stage as Underwood continues to put pressure on Berenger. And Stange really drives it in deep there to come off the turn to get a good exit. Everybody straight off the exit. Down the backstretch here as Underwood is looking around, coming out of the draft on Berenger, maybe thinking about outbraking here going into the turn. He takes it in, and let's see if Berenger's going to let him by. Deep, and no, he gets sideways and loses the position to Stange.
Stange now is looking for his opportunity to get by the 19. We saw him the last couple laps make a little bit of mistakes through here. Let's see if he can ace these next few corners in front of him to get around the 19. As you can see him all over the rear bumper of the 19, trying to make something happen here. Coming into the final 2 corners of this racetrack, the 29's looking good, and he's going to try to make something happen side by side with the 19. Either going into the next final corner if this racetrack. The 29 to the inside, the 19 on the outside. We're still side by side, but the 19 holds on strong.
Wow, as now you see the 29 of Stange giving all kinds of pressure to the 19 of Berenger. Here into turn 1, oh, little wall contact for Underwood in the 77. Stange is going to try and mount this charge here. We're looking at side by side into turn 2. Something's got to give. Aggressive on the brakes goes the 29. He's to the outside. He nearly makes wall contact with the tire barrier. Now we're going down Shoreline Drive. What does Stange have to come at Berenger here?
Stange has to be careful. I know he's on a couple lap newer tire than what Berenger is, but you don't want to get those really hot to where you loop it. He looks at outbraking down into the turn. Berenger cuts him off. They come off, and it was close but contact to the wall for Stange. Berenger and Stange comes out of the turn here. Take it away, Thomas. Let's see what we got here going to the turn.
This is a perfect opportunity for the 29 to make something happen here. Under braking, no, it doesn't look like he's going to try. Now coming into Lyle's Landing and off the exit. The 29 still behind the 19 of Berenger. Now coming into turn 9, we'll see what the 19 and 29 do. And it just seems like those guys are going to go single file maybe for the next couple of corners. Remember, this isn't Stange's best part of the track. We'll see what he can do to stay to the rear bumper of the 19.
Yeah, going through turn 9 now. Stange loses a little bit of time there entering turn 9, but this is where he's good. Getting the throttle planted off of 10, set him up into 11, stay close enough to maybe challenge here as Berenger sideways off of turn 11. Oh, Berenger going to maybe play a little defensive here. He knows how good Stange is here through turn 12. Can he make a move, get the throttle planted off at 12? He's not going to be able to, but we're going to have some great action as we go across the start-finish line now.
No can do, and it looks like we're side by side coming in here. I was worried that Stange was going to lose it there. He put it in really deep. Keeping it clean here, though, and I think Stange is going to keep it way out in front, and he's going to be gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Stange putting down some heaters of lap times right now, about a half second quicker than the car behind him. That's Melvin Berenger. We're going to go up to second place here, though, because it looks like there's a battle brewing here between the 04 and the 88 of Noah Blackwell. Noah Blackwell has gained tons of time to get to the rear bumper of this Ford truck. Thomas Horvath, last time 134.2. Noah Blackwell 133.9. That's 3/10, over 3/10 of a second quicker per lap that Blackwell is doing now coming into the final corners.
Yeah, Blackwell really getting the pace that he wants out of this truck. He has a little bit fresher tires than the 04. He pitted a lap or two later, did the overcut scenario here on Horvath, but Horvath's just really aggressive here on the brakes into turn 12. He's going to be able to get the good drive off the 12. That was quite impressive there. As now Blackwell's going to continue this charge. As you see, great Bryant Lucas in the background as well, lurking in the distance, trying to find a way around these guys. If they get into each other, maybe a little contact in one of these corners. Off of turn 1 now, as Horvath continues to hold that P2's position over Blackwell.
We've got the pride of Canada. We've got the pride of California running second and third as Blackwell continues to kind of run him in here, using that draft to try to maybe think about getting a little bit of slipstream coming up down the back here, going into the tight turn. Noah takes a little lower than here we go.
Oh, whoa!
No, wow!
What a move
by Blackwell.
Holy cow, what did we just witness? That was incredible what Noah Blackwell was able to do right there. The 88 truck now in P2. Let's see if Thomas Horvath has anything for the 88 truck. I'm over the moon with that move. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was an SVG-like move there by the 88 of Blackwell. Unbelievable move. I can't believe he made it work. As now Horvath is going to be in the pursuit of Blackwell now as we go through turn 8. Setting up for turn 9 around the fountain. This is the very fast-paced corner. Can he make any ground up here? He's not going to be able to, as Blackwell has really found some pace in this truck as of late. Maybe he has something here in this truck with a little bit later overcut strategies. He gets a little sideways there off of turn 11.
I tell you what, Noah Blackwell got his balls out of his pants and put them over his shoulder to make that move. As he continues to try, I don't think he's going to be able to get wood. That's a long way to go, but having 9 stage points is going to be critical for him and the points where he is at.
It absolutely is. Now Horvath still sticking to the rear bumper of that 88 here in P3, doing a great job to try and get back around the 88. Noah Blackwell again making just a beautiful move to overtake the 04 truck. Now coming down Lakeshore Drive. He's going to get a little bit of a draft here now, going down this straightaway and into turn 4. We're going to watch what the 04 does. He's going to stick it out in P3 at the moment, still holding on to that podium position. Thomas Horvath trying to get back to the rear bumper, though, as Blackwell does pull away just a little bit. Last time by a 135.24 for Horvath, 134 flat for Blackwell. Blackwell's on fire.
Yeah, these points are going to mean a whole lot here, like Josh said, with the points battle. But looks like Horvath's going to get a great run here off of turn 6. Maybe have a little bit of aggressive brakes in a 7. Not going to be close enough. He's going to go into turn 8. This fountain section, that's where Blackwell's really shined these last couple laps. Let's see if Horvath can stay close enough here. He's giving them all kinds of bumper business through turn 9. Now we're going to head into turn 10. This little right-hander off the fountain section, heading for turn 11 now.
I'll tell you what, Noah Blackwell is the hothead of the league for sure, so I'm really, really impressed by him keeping the truck underneath him, not over-rotating and turning the car. And as Thomas is looking in here, we'll see what we can go down coming down the backstretch.
Absolutely. You know what? I think it's time to go on board and see what these drivers see now. Coming into turn 1, we're going to go on board with Thomas Horvath as he continues to chase down Noah Blackwell. We'll go ahead and get on board with these guys. You can see the braking and throttle input with these guys and the miles per hour there on the right-hand side of your screen as these guys continue to duke it out. What a great run so far by Horvath as he looks to make a pass on Blackwell.
As we're leaving Lakeshore Drive now, going into turn 4, into turn 5. This is a good position to get a great run off this corner and set something up for Lyles Landing as you see him get right back on the throttle. Blackwell got a little bit better exit than Horvath did. Let's see who's more aggressive on the brakes. This is a great part of the track here to see the aggression level on the brakes. Horvath just sends it in there. Gonna find that inside apex the corner perfectly. Now he's all over the bumper. This is where he found a little pace last time by, as you see Blackwell a little bit aggressive on the brakes at a 7 as we're setting up to go through the fountain section now.
Absolutely, you see Noah is definitely throwing it in harder, and Thomas is backing up the turn to try to get the run off the turn to get the run on Noah, trying to use the extra couple of laps of tire. Oh, Blackwell gets the wall a little bit as we come through the McDonald's part of the racetrack here into the turn. Thomas looks in low, coming out of the turn here. Blackwell continues to pull away. Coming into the turn, obviously, Thomas will get him a little bit, and Blackwell gets him off. We'll see how it goes here. Coming down the front stretch.
Coming down the front stretch, you can see the 88's rear end going all over the place, and it really just looks like Thomas Horvath is holding it strong, real straight here through these corners. As you can see, the 88 now holding it straight through turn 1. That's pretty impressive, knowing how much heat he's probably gotten those rear tires. Now coming off of turn 2, the 88 getting real squirrely there. I'm sure he's got lots of work going on the inside of that cockpit with that steering wheel. But coming down Lakeshore Drive now, it looks like Thomas Horvath might have a run, but he's going to back off going into this next corner. We'll see what Horvath can do now in the following corners.
Yeah, as he really wraps the inside wall there through turn 5. He's going to get a great run here down the back straightaway. Can he make a move? He's looking to the inside. Here we go. Lyles Landing is just heated up here. It looks like Horvath's going to try and send it. He's not going to make the move. Unbelievable. There are contact there by Horvath and Blackwell. As now Blackwell's going to continue to hold this position. P2 into turn 7. Horvath, what an amazing movie. That was incredible driving by both those drivers not to make contact there.
Oh!
Around.
Oh no, it all got thrown away. Thomas Horvath still coming out in P4. If he can get it straight back on track, he does. But he loses a position to Bryant Lucas. Unbelievable. That is not what he wanted.
The announcer's jinx, I did it again, as now Horvath is going to have to make up all this ground he lost here. Back to P4 now, as Lucas was able to get by in that whole exchange. The stage points are winding down. We got 4 laps to go to the end of this stage, and this is not what Horvath wanted at all, as he's lost a lot of time here to Blackwell. 10 seconds in that exchange.
Yeah, going back into the field here, we got Carrier battling with Nathan Williams and Jordan Kreider.
Oh, big contact!
He turned him! He turned him!
Unbelievable! The 13 of Nathan Williams now goes around. There goes your leader, Matthew Wood. Nathan Williams now going a lap down, as now Matthew Wood is now going to chase down Carrier for P10. Currently, everybody up to the 11th position is 1 lap down, and a 27 lap stretch. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was important too. That was P10. The stage point, it just out of picture for him is now he's going to let the 16 of Matthew Wood go by. Not going to allow the Matthew Wood to apply the pressure to his rear bumper. Through off of turn 12, Matthew Wood looking at 3 laps to go in this stage. He's looking to take the money tonight. He's got the fastest lap. He put it on pole, and he's currently leading as this stage is winding down.
As the stage winds down here, guys, let's talk about the lucky dog situation. We got Jordan Kreider. There's no way he's going to stay in front of Matthew Wood. So that would put Jordan Kreider in the lucky dog position. And the next question is, does Matthew Wood get up to Brian Underwood to where Jordan Kreider gets trapped a lap down as well while we're battling for stage points? You know he has to be thinking about that and feeling the pressure of the leader coming up on him.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like that gap is just getting cut down so much right now between the 69 of Jordan Kreider and the 16 of Matthew Wood. And you know what? I kind of tend to agree with you, Josh. Jordan Kreider is going to come under attack here from going a lap down, and Dylan Carrier is now going to be in trouble as he's not going to get the lucky dog. And we'll see how that really turns out here as Matthew Wood is cresting the hill, and the 69 coming into turns 8, 9, 10. As Jordan Kreider continues on here, Matthew Wood is just absolutely slashing that time or gap in between these two drivers down. It's gonna be very interesting for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how aggressive the 69 is to stay on the lead lap here, as we're going to get 2 laps to go in this stage, this time by the line, as we're going through turn 12 now, the final turn of this race course. He's going to get a great run off this corner, maybe be able to close this gap down. He is flying right now, the 16 of Matthew Wood. 2 more laps to go in this stage as he enters turn 1 now, chasing down Jordan Kreider. Oh, Kreider sideways!
Oh, no! He hit the wall! Oh, man, he goes a lap down now. That's going to put him in the lucky dog spot. Does Matthew Wood catch up to Brian Underwood to pass him in a lap and a half?
Yeah, that's big news here now. Jordan Kreider does have that lucky dog at the moment, and we got a little bit of action going on here. The 19 did get past the 29 once again. Looks like the 29 is going side by side with the 77 now, and look at this. We have a battle for second place. That's Noah Blackwell and Bryant Lucas. They've got 1 or 2 more laps to figure this out. This 6 goes sideways, almost spins it out, and he makes contact with the outside wall to keep it straight. Unbelievable.
The announcer's jinx bites again. Unbelievable here every time. Oh my goodness, as now we're going down Lakeshore Drive, as now Blackwell's going to open this gap up to Lucas, as he's going to have to try and rebound here. Almost lost a ton there in that turn 1 incident. He's going to continue on though here in P3. Horvath still 4 seconds behind as we're coming this time by to get the white flag of the stage, the final lap. And can he make up this ground back to Blackwell, or does he lose time here to Horvath, who's seeking him here in the distance off of turn 5, headed for turn 6 now, Lyles Landing?
Tell you what, it looks like Grayson's got really loose on the braking incoming off the turn. He's going to try to just limp it home. I think that he'll take third or fourth, respectively. Extremely happy with the way his season has gone. So we'll see how this plays out here. What do you think, Thomas? Do you think that he'll be able to hold it here, or do you think it's going to get loose and tight?
Bryant Lucas cannot afford one more mistake. Thomas Horvath is right behind him, pulling consecutively 2 seconds faster per lap. Right now, Thomas Horvath only needs one more mistake to find himself back onto the podium. Bryant Lucas, though, he's got to keep that truck straight for one more lap to try and hold on to that podium position. It's going to be a good one, though. Bryant Lucas got to keep it straight coming across start-finish line. White flag in the air.
Yeah, white flag in the air. These guys are currently 36 seconds, 37 seconds behind your race leader, Matthew Wood. That's a huge gap, although the stage is ending, as you see your race leader Wood going through turn 6, headed for turn 7 now. So he's going to finish this lap in a blaze at the pace that he's putting together here as these guys continue down Lakeshore Drive here.
Absolutely. Thomas, bring us down to the checkered flag for Matthew Wood and the rest of the field to the top 10. Let's count it down.
Yep, absolutely. Matthew Wood now coming through turns 11 and 12 at the moment. Now, what a great first half of the race that he has put on. A mistake, putting him back down to P5 and then rebounding back to P1. An absolute class of the field right now. Matthew Wood coming across the start-finish line, and he will take that stage win. Now, coming back to Noah Blackwell, he's got himself a pretty good gap between himself and Bryant Lucas now coming into the final corners of this lap, as Bryant Lucas now seems to be coming under attack by Thomas Horvath. Look at this. We might have a little bit of a battle to the start-finish line.
Yeah, as Lucas has lost a lot of time here to Horvath, who is absolutely putting together the last couple laps of the stage on rails, is the 04 truck of Horvath. As you see Blackwell, he's going to go through turn 12 now. He's going to claim P2 in this stage. Lucas, third turn 12, gets a good enough run off the corner, and now Horvath. So it'll be Blackwell P2 in this stage. You're going to have the 6 of Bryant Lucas, and then the 04 of Thomas Horvath. You're finishing up your top 4 here in the stage.
Absolutely, and it looks like William Conley's going to come down, and he's going to take the 5th place in the stage, followed by Behringer, who had a great first stage, even though he had several mistakes. Underwood is coming, and it looks like he's pitting? Why is he pitting? That
is very interesting. He's going to cross...
Pit road is closed, guys.
Oh, pit road is closed. Absolutely. He's coming across the line P8 at the moment, and...
He's got damage.
Wow. He's going to put some left sides on that as well. Jordan Kreider coming home P9. P10 goes to Nathan Williams. 11 goes to Dylan Carrier. 12 to Jonathan Gaston. Put some left side tires on that thing. All right. Well, Matthew Wood taking home the first stage win tonight. And, you know what? Let's just go ahead and bring him down here. Let's talk to him. Matthew Wood, this is Thomas J. and Josh Kreider in the booth. How you doing?
Quaking in my boots right now.
Quaking in his boots. You hear this guy? All right. Well, look, you got a 45-second lead to second place. Unbelievable. That first stint there that we had in, or before the stage caution, you found yourself in a little bit of trouble. You find yourself going back to P5, making a pit stop, and coming back out to P1. What was that drive like? What happened, more importantly, with that crash that you had? And what did it take to get back up to the front?
It took a lot of grit to get back up to the front. I don't think I've ran that good of laps in a very long time, and anything. I don't know really. I just braked where I normally braked, and I don't think I put enough pressure in, and I just went straight and kept it out of the wall. I didn't think I hit it hard, and I come to pit road and I had 56 seconds of optional, but yeah, just getting around Stange was the hard part. It's going to be really hard to pass, but we might go into some pit strategy here in this final stage, so we'll see how that plays out too. But this is tough. It feels like it's about 98,000 degrees in my room, and I'm sweating profusely. So I I'm feeling it, but I'm having fun doing it.
So, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Look, we've got Josh Kreider here in the booth. Josh, what do you got for Matthew with his drive that he's had so far?
Matthew, man, I'm sitting next to my dad, and he's also, shaking in his boots because he thinks $25 about to go out of his wallet, man. So keep it up. Good luck to you, and we'll see how the race finishes.
All right. Hopefully,
Hey,
Noah doesn't get up here and wreck me.
Jay, what do you got for Matthew here?
I was gonna ask him what the boiling temperature of iron was, but I'm not gonna bore you with that detail. The Ironman Matthew Wood, Stage 1 winner. Good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully we don't see you have any more incidents. We talked to you at the end of the race as a race winner here. Go 3 in a row here in the PSC All-Art Truck Series.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know what the melting point is at this point. I think I'm about to reach it.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your stage win. Look, you only got one more set of criteria to meet to bring home that $25 cash money in your pocket tonight. Congratulations on your stage win, and we'll hopefully talk to you at the end of this race.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Wood. What a run so far, really. Look, let's break down this race a little bit, okay? We got the green flag. Matthew Wood just absolutely takes off. He puts all the corners together, gets a great gap between himself and Blackwell, and then he has a little incident. Comes back out onto pit road, grabs some tires, gets himself back up front. What an incredible drive.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable by Matthew Wood. He has to go back to about, what, P5? We missed it on the broadcast initially. Then we went back and saw the incident. Then he just puts together a drive. Drives all the way back to the field. Got within about 3 seconds of your leader before he implements his undercut strategy. And then once he got back into the lead, he just legged the field. I think it was up by 46 seconds there at the end of the first stage there. So we'll see now that the gap is gone. We'll see if maybe somebody is able to have a little challenge. Maybe these guys have learned a little bit about this track. Maybe their cars, maybe they find a little bit of speed they can implement here at the end of the stage. But we're going to see mass pit stops here during the stage break.
Yeah, we got pit stops coming down now. I want to just really quickly, while we have the pit cycle coming through, give a few shout outs from the chat. Jaden said, I'm glad I missed this race. And Natalie Underwood said, good luck, Jordan Kreider. Stanadega says, awesome racing. And Tanja says, woo, crazy.
Got them crazy eyes going on there. Matthew Wood now in his pit box. We'll see if, I mean, obviously, he's going to take 4 tires. He's going to need it there. Coming off of pit road now, the 16 is definitely going to win that race off of pit road. Jordan Kreider coming off pit road. He is also 1 lap down at this point in time. Noah Blackwell coming off P2. Bryant Lucas P3. Thomas Horvath P4. William Connolly. That is your top 5 at the moment. These guys are going to get geared back up to go green flag racing here at Chicago. What a great run so far by this truck right here, Matthew Wood. Let's see if anybody else behind him has got something for him. Noah Blackwell, what an incredible run he's had so far too.
Yeah, exactly. Noah Blackwell's been P1, P2 just about all race long. He went with a little bit of a different strategy there in the first stage with the overcut, pitted about 2 laps later than the guys around him, and it worked into his favor. I would say watch out for this 6 truck, Grayson Lucas. Oh, as he almost makes contact with the 88 truck there. A little bit of stack up on this lineup. That was a close call there by him. Almost gave him the announcer's jinx there as well, as he's one to watch as this race winds down.
There's nothing more frustrating as a league owner than seeing something like that happen under caution. I can tell you that. It's frustrating whenever guys get together under caution, so I'm glad that nothing came together there. It's going to be about a 20-lap shootout when we come back to green here. It's going to be interesting to see. Matthew Wood said he had about 45 seconds of damage, and it doesn't look like he took his fast repair just being safe, but it'll be interesting to see long-term as if others don't have damage or if someone took their fast repair, they're going to have anything for him from Matthew having his damage.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another thing to note there, guys. Quick repairs. rolling out that backup car into the pits and letting these guys go back at it once again after receiving some terminal damage. Doesn't look like Matthew Wood really needed his quick repair, just a little bit of damage fixing under pit stops. As you can see, that 16 car is still incredibly fast versus the rest of the field right now, but Noah Blackwell as well, probably holding on to that quick repair as well, it seems like it, as he's going into the final corner. No, he did take his quick repair. He's got a brand new truck out there, guys.
Is that the 88 of Blackwell? Yes. Brand new truck. We saw him make some wall contact in that first stage, so we'll see. He's going to be lining up side by side with your race leader, Matthew Wood, on this restart. As you see the front of the field starting to organize here. Grayson Lucas, they're going to be on the inside line with Horvath up on the outside. In P4, as it looks like, is that the lights out on the pace vehicle, Tom? You know what that means.
Green flag racing this time by. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we will see the 16 truck lead the field to green, with him being on the inside row and Noah Blackwell on the outside, making up your first row. Bryant Lucas, Thomas Horvath, your second row. William Connolly, Brian Underwood. That is your third row for this restart. All right, guys, we are just now letting the drivers get those seatbelts tight, get ready to go back green flag racing. The last time we had a green flag at the start of this race, we saw relatively clean racing. I mean, we saw a little bit of wall banging there, a little bit of bumper action there, bumper business, so we like to see. Are we going to see more of that this time, Jay?
Oh my goodness, this restart's going to be absolutely wild. We know this could potentially be the final restart. And where's the easiest place to make up positions is being aggressive on a restart. Let's see how these guys navigate through turns 1 and 2 and then set up for that Lakeshore Drive section where we saw that first incident there on the very initial start of this race. Let's see if these guys can maybe find a little something here on this restart.
Absolutely, Josh. I keep saying Jordan, dang. But Josh, you got any last thoughts before we go green?
Yeah, someone's going to wreck here.
Yes, sir. We're going to cover it right here on the Dega Boys Network as well. Matthew Wood, once again, out front, going to be leading this field to green. The pace lights are off on the pace truck. We are going green flag racing. Into the final corner we go. You'll see the pace truck get off the racing surface, and Matthew Wood take control of the restart. Coming down the front straightaway now. The green flag is out in the air, and the 16 truck is getting another great start over the 88. But it looks like the 88's going to go side by side with the 6 of Bryant Lucas through turns 1. We'll see how this turns out for the both of them. The 88 going way wide there as the 6 truck files in behind them. Now we're single file for the top 5 of these guys. Brian Underwood now in P6 going side by side with William Connolly coming down Lakeshore Drive now, and he relents that position. Back to P6 for Brian Underwood. William Connolly taking over P5.
Yeah, what a great restart that was by these drivers. We're able to get through turns 1, 2, and 3 cleanly. Now we're going through turn 5 now, heading for the backstretch, which is Columbus Drive, as Wood continues to lead. Blackwell got down into P2, Lucas P3, Horvath P4, and then Connolly in P5 as Connolly sends it in here to Lyles Landing. Can he make it happen? He does! Unbelievable move on the brakes by Connolly. Move him up to P4 as we head towards turn 7 now.
Tom's taken away from here. I lost my stream. I'm sorry.
You're good, man. Thomas Horvath now. He's going to have an opportunity to make a move on the 25 of William Connolly. Looks like William Connolly might have been just incredibly out got a lot of grip there on his truck. Now Thomas Horvath might be actually coming under attack. The 25 makes a little bit of contact with the wall. There now, the Thomas Horvath coming up to the rear bumper of the 25 of William Connolly now. Coming down the front straightaway. It doesn't look like he's going to make anything happen from it. We're single file basically throughout the whole field right now.
Yeah, this is just incredible racing here on this initial lap after the restart, as now Horvath is going to have to find something here to get back by Connolly, but Connolly might have grabbed some more wall contact there off of turn 1. He's up to P4. Digging is now Underwood's going to give Horvath a little bit of a challenge here, give him the bumper business. We go down Shoreline Drive now, as you see a whole line of cars here going down Shoreline Drive through turn 3, now heading for turn 4. Wow, this is incredible racing here as these guys are digging.
Now coming through these corners as well, coming out of or coming into Lyle's Landing. We still got a line of trucks here, and it looks like they're getting a little racy. The tires are getting heated up a little bit more grip for these guys coming through Lyle's Landing now. The 77 not being able to do much with the 18, or the 04, excuse me. We got a side-by-side here now for P3. Brian Lucas under attack by William Connolly. William Connolly is on a freaking mission right now to get back to the front. Unbelievable podium position, sideways and all for him as he finds himself in P3.
Wow, we got a big line of trucks right here through the fountain section. That was incredible. We're going into turn 11 now. Lucas down to P4. He's a little sideways there off of turn 11. Now as Horvath has got his sights set on the 6 truck, as Connolly, like you said, Tom, on absolute rails and a mission. Since his restart, trying to get to the front of the field is Horvath. Horvath, he got a lot of wall contact there. It looked like off of turn 12, or at least got really close to it. He's going to continue on and get a little bit of pressure by Underwood. Underwood locks him up here in a turn 1. He's closing the gap here to the 04 truck.
Now coming into turn 2, excuse me, off of turn 2 and into Lakeshore Drive. We're still seeing these guys in a single file manner. If we look at the front though, Wood and Blackwell, 1 second separating these guys. It looks like Blackwell has learned a thing or two from Matthew Wood, being able to stick with him here. Last time by though, Matthew Wood a 131.3, Noah Blackwell a 131.5. So a lot more speed that the 88 is finding now in this second half of the race. With 18 laps to go, the 88 still kind of keep it close to the 16 here. Maybe ready to pounce on an opportunity that presents itself.
Yeah, what a great run so far here by Blackwell off this restart, being able to stay right there in grasp and reaching distance of that 16 truck. In case Matthew Wood makes a mistake, he's right there to pounce. As we're going through the fountain section now into turn 11, Blackwell gets aggressive on the brakes. Might have lost a little bit of time there to Matthew Wood in that part of the track, but he's going to get a great drive off the corner and close the gap back down. Blackwell doing everything he needs to do. If you're going to win a race, you got to be in contention in a race. And here he is doing everything he needs here off of turn 12 down the front straightaway now.
Do you think Matthew Wood is just taking it really easy here to make sure he doesn't make a mistake? Maybe letting Blackwell think that he can catch him, hoping that he's going to overdrive his stuff, coming to 16 to go.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, that is absolutely a point to make here. As we did listen to Matthew Wood here before the restart, he did just didn't really realize what happened on his one mistake there. Maybe the pressures weren't up all the way, and he's just taking it easy through these first couple of laps, and then he's going to really put the hurt on here in these next few laps. So we can definitely watch Matthew Wood, as we're seeing a great battle here between Brian Lucas and Thomas Horvath. Big contact in the back. That's Nathan Williams back there. Incredible in that 13 truck, just continuing to hound the wall. Thomas Horvath now going to be coming into Lyle's Landing with a little bit of a mission to get by Brian Lucas now. We'll see what he does here. Not a lot. They got a line of trucks behind the 6 truck of Brian Lucas.
Yeah, as Lucas and Horvath actually traded positions a couple times down Lakeshore Drive. I saw the scoring board. They were trading positions 4 and 5, as now we got a big line of trucks here going through the fountain section now. Horvath is going to try and get a great run here through the fountain section. This is where he was able to use his car to his advantage. He's really good through this section of the track. Now headed for turn 11. He's going to draw right up to the bumper of Lucas, but he's still getting counted from behind by Underwood. This is crazy. Something is going to happen here into turn 12. Does Horvath send it on the inside? No, he does not. Does not get close enough here through turns 12. Down the front straightaway now. Lucas holds on to that P4 spot.
One of these guys are going to make a mistake coming into the turn, hit the wall, and collect another driver. I'm calling it before the end of this race. It's going to happen, Thomas.
Absolutely. Anything can happen here on a course like this. Here in Chicago, what a crazy course concept that they brought to life here in 2023, and we're still being able to race it here virtually. How cool is that? Now coming down Lakeshore Drive, it looks like Thomas Horvath is trying to make something happen on the 6 truck in front of him. Maybe not going to happen this time, Brian. Maybe we see a SVG-like move now going into this next corner. It's not going to happen this lap, but it's still the 04 all over the rear bumper of the 6. Now, coming down this straightaway, we're going to watch Horvath maybe make a move here on the 6 truck. He's coming under attack now by the 77 of Underwood. Coming into Lyle's Landing now. Nothing going to happen. Still in a line for these 3 drivers.
Wow, they're all super aggressive there on the brakes as it looks like Horvath is going to try and take it to the inside of Lucas here into turn 7. He's got the inside line, nearly make contact there. Oh my goodness, and a great battle door to door here. Now we're going to go into the left-hander here off of turn 7. Lucas got to hold on to that position here through the fountain section. Incredible racing here as we're going to exit turn 10 now as they're going to continue in this line behind Lucas. 4 guys under a blanket here into turn 11.
This is absolutely incredible. This is the premium stock car racing league for moments like this. You see Thomas kind of backing off, maybe to cool off his tires. Grayson gets a good run off the turn. Both these guys known as good road racers. Underwood and Behringer, maybe not so much as we've talked about so far this race, but everybody consistently just keeping the truck underneath them, not wearing their stuff up. 15 to go, coming to 14 to go.
What a great run so far that 6 truck has had as he's now coming under attack by the 04 of Horvath. Coming through turns 2 side by side down Lakeshore Drive. These guys are going to battle it out all the way to turn 3 and 4. The 04 still side by side with the 6 truck now going into turn 3. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Maybe big news. Oh, a little bit of wall contact by the 04. He holds it straight though. So ahead of the 6 truck. The 77 extremely sideways off of that corner and coming into Lyle's Landing now. He might be under attack by the 19, but here comes the 6 back for the 04.
Wow, what a move there by the 04 of Horvath. He's going to take over that P4 position. Lucas back to P5. Behringer and Underwood are still in the mix as well as we're going to go down here into turn 7. Horvath continues to hold this P4 position. Lucas maybe finds something here through the fountain section. The left-hander into the right-handing swooping turn here, turn 9, as Horvath is actually extending the gap here to Lucas. He's going to drive it into turn 10 now as he continues to stretch this gap over Lucas here into turn 11.
I think Horvath is done with him, and he's going to set his sights eventually if he can catch Connolly and Blackwell, but he's really starting to gap out about 10, 15 car lengths as they come off the turn here. The next person that's going to be looking at Lucas here is definitely Underwood and Behringer. As Behringer's breathing down Underwood's neck, it's going to take a mess up from Horvath in order for Grayson to get by him, I think.
Well, the 04 does have a perfect opportunity now to set his sights on the 25. After a lot of battling that he did with the 6 truck, he's going to come away scot-free and now setting his sights on the 25 of Connolly. Connolly now having about a 5.34 second lead to the 04 of Thomas Horvath now coming down Lakeshore Drive. William Connolly holding very strong there. So we still got a battle heating up here between the 77 and the 19.
Yeah, as now Underwood has got the pressure applied from behind by Behringer. He grabbed a little bit of wall there off of turn 2, was able to hold on to that position. But if you look a little further, here comes Chris Stange getting back in the mix here in P8. Can he run these boys down as they continue to duke it out here for position? As Stange has got his repairs, he has got the pace back in this truck as he's going to send it in here to turn 6 and with a lot of authority here as we head for turn 7 now.
Absolutely, and it's been things are heating up for sure as we're going to be coming to 13 to go next time by the line. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet is the Bumper Thumper team that's ran by Brian Underwood has put up some money for whoever has the most incident points tonight that finishes on the lead lap. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins that. It's been pretty clean overall, but it looks like the top 9 drivers are eligible for that currently. I'm curious to see who's going to win that as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty good award right there. Melvin Behringer getting a Berenger, getting a little bit of wall contact there, and holding strong though, still behind the 77, as 77 now is pushing that attack to the 6 truck. Brian Lucas coming off of turn 1 and into turn 2. We're gonna watch this battle heat up. This is currently the closest battle on track. Brian Underwood making a little bit of outside wall contact there, not gonna be able to get back to the rear bumper of the 6 truck this time by, but nonetheless has a lot more corners to go. 13 more laps around the Chicago Street Course here tonight with the PSCRL Truck Series.
Yeah, very important set of corners here for the 77 of Underwood, going through turns 4 and 5 and carrying as much speed as he can down the Columbus Drive straightaway here, heading for turn 6. Underwood has got this gap down to maybe a car length and a half here. Lucas is going to use that outside line. Both makes wall contact there entering turn 6. Underwood again nearly makes wall contact, but Berenger does there on the exit of 6. And that's going to allow Lucas, he's a little squirrely there on brakes in 7. That's going to allow Underwood to maybe close that gap here as we head for the fountain section, turns 8, 9, and 10.
Guys, I think that Lucas, when he was battling there with the 04, used up his right and left front, coming in really aggressively into the turn. I got a feeling here in the next 11 roughly laps that he's really going to pay for that with Brian Underwood breathing down his neck. I also think that Melvin has used a decent amount of his tires because he's starting to get in the wall off a few of the turns as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the 77 made a wide apex there, lost a lot of time. The 19 truck of Berenger now, he's going to come up to the rear bumper of the 77. This might be his opportunity now to get past the 77 for P6. This is currently P6 and P7. We are watching on track. Underwood, Berenger now being ready to battle it out, coming off of turn 2 and down Lakeshore Drive. These guys, what an incredible show they have given us so far here on track at the Chicago Street Course. The 77 still in front of the 19 now. Looks like the 77 did get a pretty good exit off of turn 2, using up as much track as he can through 4-5. And let's see what the 77 can do now, coming down this straightaway. Real sideways for Berenger as the 77 now continues to get back to the rear bumper of the 6 truck.
Yeah, as the 77 of Underwood looks really good through Lakeshore Drive all the way through 4, 5, and then 6. But then this second half of the track is where the 6 of Lucas really prevails, really shows his strength. But you say that, and then here comes Underwood, really aggressive on the brakes, trying to draw right up to the bumper of the 6 of Lucas. He might lose a little bit of time here through the fountain section with that aggressive launch off the corner or launch into the corner of 7. Through 9 now, Lucas is going to play a little defensive line here through 6. Underwood is digging, absolutely slinging that truck around the corner through turn 11 now, heading for turn 12 as it continues to close this gap to the 6 truck.
Underwood and Grayson both are killing their tires, going sideways, trying to get past each other here as we continue to follow this battle. Connolly, Blackwell, and Thomas are all pretty much even. Not much has changed up there, so this is definitely the best battle on the track.
For sure. It looks like William Connolly, though, had a bad lap last time by, as you can see him in the picture right there. The 19! He's in the wall big time there! He's gonna hug it all the way off of turn 1 there. Now the 29 at Chris Stage. Here's his opportunity! He locks up! He's not gonna be able to make that pass, and now he's gonna lose a lot of time. He's real sideways now, trying to get the power to the ground. Unbelievable sequence of events that we just watched right there, as Lucas and Brian Underwood still going at it with lap traffic in front of them. This could be detrimental to the 6 truck.
Yeah, that's damage there on the 38 of Lion. See what if these able to show a little bit of respect. Here's Lucas goes down deep into the corner underneath Lion there. Underwood was trying to follow him through, wasn't close enough to make that move. Now he's gonna have the outside line here into 7. Looks like Lion gave them a lot of respect, a lot of room there to allow these guys to continue battling here for P5. Is now Berenger has lost a ton of time here. That was crazy move there off of turn 1, making wall contact. But now here we go through the fountain section, as it looks like Underwood got a little bit of wall contact there in 9, losing some time here.
Guys, the tires, they are gone. They have completely melted. They've been driving way too hard, and there's still 9+ laps left. I just don't see how they can bring it home without somebody looping it here or hitting the wall just like Berenger did, giving up all that time.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go on board now. Look, these guys have really abused their tires here. We're going to see what it's like on board with the 77 truck of Brian Underwood right now. coming through these corners, and lots of wheel input. A little bit of wall contact there for the 77. Now coming into turn 2 and off the exit of turn 2. Maybe a little bit of wheel spin we might see. No. Very, very ginger application of throttle there off of turn 2 to keep that truck straight.
Yeah, heading down Lakeshore Drive, heading for turn 4 now. As they're going to go into this right-hander into turn 4. You see him try to apex the corner a little later. Then he's going to get an early apex here, try to stay right against the wall. A lot of wheel into the car there as he had to correct off of turn 5. Setting up for turn 6 now. This long straightaway, Columbus Drive, down into turn 6. Hard left-hander, not a lot of runoff. You got to be real precise. Little early turn in, get right up against the wall, and then head towards turn 7.
I noticed Underwood is also short shifting at some times to try to keep the tire rotation in the rear. Oh, Grayson gets loose, and so did Underwood.
Oh!
He saves.
Wow. What a save there by the 77 to keep that truck going on track. No damage from that as well, but he's going to lose a lot of time to the 6 truck. Bryant Lucas now already with a 3.5 second lead. As you can see, that gap has just grown so much between the 77 and the 6. Almost making wall contact there with the 77 off of the final corner now. And the 77 is going to make it through clean here. As you can see, very ginger with the throttle. Lots of opposite turning wheel there coming off the corner. And that's a lap through the Chicago street course with very, very, very worn tires.
Yeah, as he's exiting turn 1 now, heading for turn 2, and then Lakeshore Drive. Underwood holding that P6 position currently as Lucas is actually finding some pace here, stretching that gap here on him down Lakeshore Drive. See him a little sideways there off of turn 2. Still driving these trucks for all they're worth. The best iRacers in the business really showing their talent here at the Chicago Street Course. We're going to go back to this battle here. This is Horvath in P3. Connolly is actually back to P4. So Horvath has made the move into the podium position here as Connolly is faded back to P4. This is some big news here as we're going through turn 6 now.
Yeah, guys, let's go back and look at this pass here because this is big news for these guys. Thomas Horvath making the pass for the podium position, and let's see what happened off of turn 1, the 04 of Thomas. He just makes that pass very easily. Connolly giving him that position. Let's go back live here as this battle is still happening.
This battle continues on here with Horvath in P4 or P3 and Connolly back to P4 now. Can he find some pace in this truck to get back by the 04 truck? He's running across the line here off of turn 12 and now down the front straightaway into turn 1 as he's gained about 2-3 car lengths here on the 25 as he gets early aggressive on the brakes here into turn 1. Horvath is going to continue to try and stretch this lead out on Connolly, holding that final podium position right now into turn 2.
If Horvath keeps the pace that he's at and keeps consistent, he might be able to catch Noah Blackwell if Noah Blackwell makes a mistake. It's going to be difficult, but I think that the laps he's running, he may be able to if he can get out in this clean air.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, he's only 6 seconds back, and it is decreasing between second and third place as Thomas Horvath now sets his sights on the 88 truck of Noah Blackwell. Last time, before the stage caution, we were seeing the 04 drop off. Now we're seeing the 04 a little bit of a performance increase, so maybe a little bit of learned tendencies that he saw from the other drivers on track and applying that to his race run now. What a great run, though, so far by the 04 of Thomas Horvath. Oh, big contact, William Connolly!
Oh, Connolly makes a big contact. Now Lucas is going to try and set his sights on Connolly. We've noticed the lap time has been decreasing as the gap from Lucas to these guys in 3 and 4. And now he's got his eyes set on Connolly as he's trying to get back up to pace here. Down into turn 11. He's sideways. Does he save it? Oh my goodness. He's going to lose a little bit of time. He's not able to get the throttle down here into turn 12. Here comes Lucas. He's digging, licking his chops, trying to get by Connolly, who's struggling up here in P4.
Yeah, Connolly's definitely burned his tires off, and I think Grayson's going to be able to get him too. Jordan Kreider's moved up into the 10th position, passing Nathan Williams, who looks like he's coming to the pits now. I think that he just burned his stuff up in the back. And we got Grayson looking Connolly sideways, Thomas.
Connolly trying to hold on to that P4 position. You saw him really just give that position away back to the 04 as he goes real wide there, makes wall contact. So does the 6 coming down Lakeshore Drive now. We're going to go side by side with the 25 and the 6 now. Coming through turns 3 and 4. We're going to see what's going to happen here. The 25 prevails at the moment. Here comes the 6. Maybe a little bit of crossover. Thinks better of it. Off of turn 4. Real sideways now. Turn 5, excuse me. And coming into turn 6, we're going to watch this battle unfold right in front of us.
Yeah, here we go, down to turn 6. Lucas looking to the inside. Does he make the move? Connolly's gonna give it to him. Oh my goodness, slowly wheeling it off at turn 6. We're still side by side. Connolly's gonna have the inside preferred position here. Does Lucas send a little bit of a crossover move? He's gonna enter way wider. Get right up to the bumper business here to Connolly. Entering turn 8 now. Lucas all over the bumper of Connolly. Here through the fountain section. Here comes Bryant Lucas trying to get by Connolly for P4.
Things are heating up, coming to 5 to go, and don't look now. Brian Underwood is coming into the picture, trying to chase the podium.
Yes, he is, and he's licking his chops as well as the 25 continues to go sideways off of these corners. We're side by side coming through the last corner right now. The 25 is holding on, but the 6 with the crossover. Side by side, they're both loose. They're both sideways. They both get it straight. Unbelievable across the start-finish line. The 6 car now on the outside takes that position away as the 25. Still struggling with the performance of that car.
Wow, that was incredible. Lucas was able to make the move on the 25 of Connolly as he continues to fade here, struggling on these tires. But here comes Underwood. He's going to get a great run off of turn 2 down Lakeshore Drive. And I know that it's very difficult to make the pass into turn 4, but if you can stay right there close enough, turn 6 is looming. That is a great passing opportunity. He's going to draw right up to the bumper. Lucas might have made some wall contact. Here comes Connolly back here off of turn 5. We got 3 guys under a blanket battling for that position.
Absolutely insane as Connolly got a little wheel spin as well. Things that you're throwing at it, get out the window. You're going for the best position that you can get right now. And all the points is there's a little bit of lockup by Connolly.
Oh! Wow!
That's teammates, guys. That's teammates.
Oh!
It all fell apart for Underwood all the way back in P7. Does get it straight back on track. William Connolly coming through with a P5. Now under attack by Melvin Berenger through the fountain section now.
Oh my goodness, the 19 of Berenger's gonna need a pants change after that one. He saw a car right in his lap and he's missed the contact. Unbelievable. And now here he is battling with Connolly for P5. Wow, where did Berenger come from? This is insane as he's gonna drop right up to the bumper of Connolly here. Through turn 12 now, set it for the front stretch. Does he get a great enough run here off of 12? It doesn't look like he's gonna get enough. Maybe a little aggressive on the brakes here to turn 1. That might be his opportunity here.
I tell you what, we usually call him Helen Keller, Melvin Berenger in this league because he's the one doing the blocking as he makes the move to the inside. Connolly just gives it, oh, Connolly almost spins it.
Unbelievable, that move right there. We just saw Berenger really taking advantage of the situation that the 25 truck is in right now. Again, really sideways off the corners. The 19 now in P5. Connolly missing out on that top 5 at the moment. He's got to have a miracle happen to get back up to the top 5 as we see the battle between Noah Blackwell and Thomas Horvath. What happened there?
Yeah, Blackwell back here to P3. Now Grayson Lucas is all over his bumper. This is for the final podium position. As we got the Dega Boys, 5 to go here. Into Lyle's Landing. Turn 6 is now Grayson Lucas is going to apply the pressure here into turn 7. Blackwell, I don't know what happened, but now here he is in the clutches of Lucas for this final podium position as they're both sideways off of 7.
Blackwell looks like he pancaked the right side of that truck, and who knows if he has wheel damage here. It was certainly a hard enough contact. Oh, he gets sideways. Here comes Grayson coming in. Tom's, take it away.
Now coming into the final corners, the 88 seems to be really struggling with that truck, all sideways everywhere. As Brian Lucas seems to be a little bit more calm, cool, and collective right now. Coming through the final corner, the 88 is so sideways. Takeo Drift Master right there. Holy cow! He's still sideways. He's sideways down the straightaway. Holy cow! What are we watching? The 88 still going sideways, but continues to get it straight. Unbelievable. Brian Lucas now into your top 3.
Wow, the car control here by Blackwell. That guy was Tokyo Drift. This is Chicago, not Tokyo. Is he still digging here through turn 2? But Lucas is up on a podium position with 4 to go. This is incredible. As Behringer's got by Connolly, this podium battle is still up for grabs from these 4 drivers. They're all right there within 3-4 seconds of each other. It's still all anybody's game here.
Guys, Bryant has never finished on a podium position when it wasn't a strategy call. This is absolutely amazing run by Grayson Lucas to run P3 right now, and what a masterful job by Noah not to absolutely junk his truck. It's absolutely amazing racing we got going on.
Absolutely it is. Bryant Lucas, what a performance he's put on tonight. Keeping that truck clean, keeping himself back up into the top 3. That is a podium. Unbelievable. A little bit of wall contact there. Nothing to be worried about, though. That 6 truck has only got to go 3 more times past the fountain section, 3 more times around this track to hold on to the podium position. A lot on the line for the 6 truck as he's rounding out the final corners here at the Chicago Street Course.
Yes, now he is actually starting to put a little bit of gap between him and the 88 of Blackwell, as Blackwell's now falling into clutches of Behringer here for P4. Behringer, he has come out of nowhere here in these last few laps to try and close up these positions, as he is right up on the bumper of Blackwell. Blackwell, a little bit of a block. Now Behringer to the inside. We're going to go side by side here into turn 1. Behringer on the inside, the preferred position. Oh, he's sent it in, and he gets turned. Blackwell might be contacted to the 19. Unbelievable. Behringer, the announcer's jinx, bites him this time.
Dega boys, bring it home. I'm out. You guys absolutely kill it. I'll just wait here till the checkered flag.
All right, what a move, or what a series of unfortunate men by the 19. He is still making wall contact, now all the way back to P8. Noah Blackwell now coming under attack by William Connolly. That's going to be for P4 at the moment, coming off at turn 5, or excuse me, turn 6, going to be coming into Lyles Landing as the 88 puts on the blocking game. The 25 looking to the inside, the 88 to the outside. Lyles Landing, here we come. The 25 side by side with the 88. The 88 sideways, eating some more wall there as the 25 is sideways as well. The Brian Underwood making contact with the outside wall. Here comes Chris Stage.
Chris Stage to the inside. Underwood grabs some wall here at a 7. Unbelievable. Oh, contact is made. Oh, Stage into the wall on the inside of 7. But here comes Behringer back at him. He's trying to find his way back through. He's going to get right over the bumper of Chris Stage here through turn 8, through turn 9. Stage is going to leg the 19 of Behringer here just a little bit. Wow, what are we witnessing here at the end of the race? These guys are just digging with worn out tires here around the Chicago Street Course.
Now coming through the final corners, we're going to watch this battle heat up even more. The 19, the 29 coming through the final corner. We'll see how sideways they get coming off this final corner. It looks like they keep it relatively straight. Oh, the 77's real sideways there. Maybe a little bit of struggling there with Underwood. Now coming in at turn 1, the 29's all over the rear bumper, making contact with the pit wall. Unbelievable. The 77's on the outside wall. There comes the 19, almost 3 wide. Unbelievable through turn 2 now. It's the 19 in front of the 77, the 29 back at the P6.
Oh my goodness, and now here comes Behringer. He's going to be right up on the bumper stage. This is important through turns 3, 4, and 5 to stay real close down the back straightaway, down into turn 6, your next best passing opportunity. Behringer real gentle on the brakes here, trying to set up a pass on the 29 stage. This is incredible.
White flag out in the air. We've got a big battle happening here, though, right now with Chris Stage and the 19 of Melvin Behringer coming to Lyles Landing. Now the 19's going to look to the inside. Not going to happen this time by as these guys continue on through. A little bit of, oh, that's big news right there. That's Blackwell. He had a crash. Now this battle is going to intensify for P5. This is a top 5 position these guys are battling for.
Yeah, as these guys continue to duke it out here through the fountain section, as you see Blackwell backing up to the front bumper here of the 29 stage as it gets sideways there through 9, through 8. This is unbelievable. Where does Stage go with this run? He's going to get right up to the bumper. Oh, as Blackwell sideways there off of turn 11. These guys are under a blanket here, and here comes Underwood back in the banks. Here comes Stage to the inside of the 88. Contact is made. Behringer makes contact. Turn 12 is a parking lot. It's an absolute junkyard. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
All right, here comes the leader now through the fountain section. That's Matthew Wood. Jay, take it away.
Yeah, Matthew Wood here through turn 11 now for the final time. The Iron Man with an absolute drive tonight. Made mistakes and recovered. Played the strategy to perfection. Off of turn 12, Matthew, the Iron Man Wood down the straightaway here. He's going to win the Windy City Grand Prix here in Chicago.
And here comes Thomas Horvath now. He is in P2 coming through the fountain section. He's got no competition around him. Just coast it on in there, Thomas, and you're going to get yourself a great finish in P2. Currently going to be just about 37 seconds behind Matthew Wood through the final corners, the 04 of Thomas Horvath. What a great debut opening run for that 04 truck. Now coming through the final corner, that's going to be the 04 Thomas Horvath. What a run he's had to find himself back up to the podium. P2 for the 4 truck.
Yes, now we're on board with P3. This is Lucas. He's going to wind it out of turn 12 and take home that final podium position tonight. What a drive it was for Lucas in the 6 truck. Now we're going to go back to P4. I think the battle's still raging on between these guys. It looks like Connolly was able to prevail here. As you see Underwood making contact there. Connolly's going to come home P4. And here comes the 77 of Underwood, the 19 of Behringer off the final corner.
Those guys are going to be able to keep it clean coming to the checker flag. That's 5th and 6th for these two guys. Chris Stange going to be the next guy coming to the start-finish line. Missing a little bit of that left front quarter panel there. Although going to be able to bring her home. Noah Blackwell, what a unfortunate run by the 88 truck coming home P8 after such a strong showing running P2 for most of the race.
Wow, what an absolute thrilling race. The final laps just all came down to just absolute battles. Tires were gone trying to get to the end of this race. Positions were being exchanged. Unbelievable. Unbelievable race.
Absolutely, it was just wow. All right, Jay, let's look at our results first here with these guys. All right. Your winner tonight, Matthew Wood in the number 16, Thomas Horvath in the 04 coming home P2, Bryant Lucas in the 6 truck coming home P3, William Connolly in the 25 coming home P4, Melvin Behringer in the 19 coming home P5.
P6, Brian Underwood in that 77 truck P6. Chris Stange in the 29 comes home P7 with Noah Blackwell in the 88 coming home P8. Dylan Carrier in the 54 finishing P9, and Jordan Kreider finds his way up to the final 10th position there in the 69 truck.
There you guys have it. That is your top 10 for tonight. What a great run by all of these guys. Let's just go ahead and bring down a Bryant Lucas to the broadcast booth. Bryant, this is Thomas and Jay and Josh Kreider in the booth. How you doing?
We're doing pretty darn fine, my man.
What a run. Wow, by that 6 truck. Look, you had a lot happening in front of you. You overcame it. You kept those tires cool, which I think was the biggest factor in this whole finish here with the 6 truck, and you prevailed. You went past all the drivers who started struggling with overheated tires, and you remained calm, cool, and collective. Coming home P3. Tell us a little bit about your race other than all the craziness that was just happening.
It was great. Todd and I were just trying to do our best down the front stretch together. I was not calm going like that, man. I was sitting there screaming, I'm shooting free throws, because I used to play basketball a lot in high school, and I'm like, oh, I gotta do this 300 drill, man. I'm so proud of Matthew David Wood, my man. He is my man. I cannot be more proud, man. It seems like we always come home 1-3 or 1-2, or we find each other in the top 3, man. I'm so proud of that young man. I'm gonna come back around here. I'm gonna do a burnout on his nose, and I got a celebration ritual now. So.
Absolutely. Still, though, a great run by you in the 6 truck. I'm not going to take up most of your time. I'm going to move on here with any questions given or need given by Josh. Josh, you got anything for Bryant here?
I just want to say, congratulations, Grayson. That was an absolutely amazing run. I think your best race you've ever ran flag to flag with PSCRL, and really great show that you put on. And congrats to you and Lightyear for another victory and a podium finish.
Wait, Josh, I want to hear you say that you're proud of me.
Next question.
Please. Come on, that was a hell of a run, man. Come on.
Well,
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Yes, 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 yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
All right. I like the hype. I like it. Jay, what do you got for Brian here as we round this up?
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations on the run that you did tonight. I mean, wow, what a great drive that you put together from start to finish. Who do you have to thank for this awesome performance?
Matthew, my man, like he gives me so much motivation during the race. Like, dude, stay calm. And we have this ritual right here. We burn it down together on each other's noses, and we cannot be the best of friends. We've known each other for over 3 years. January 17th, 2021, man. Lightyear Racing was born, and this relationship between me and him was born, and man, it's so special. I want to thank Gaston iRacing Productions or Gaston Graphics. Sorry, I'm a little bit frustrated. I forget. And then I also want to thank Chop Shop Series for giving me some sponsorships and stuff. So man, thank you guys so much for doing the broadcast and everything. I want to thank Lonnie Kreider for what he does. And Noah Blackwell for the sponsorship he does in the league, and there's one more, Dylan Carrier for what he does for the league. So and I want to thank Josh because he does a lot for the league, and Brian, and these guys do a decent job, and they do a good job. It's hard being a league owner, man. It's one of the hardest jobs you can have. So I want to give props to them. It's not the easiest thing to do, and they do it pretty good. So heck yeah, third baby, let's go.
Absolutely. Look, a great night for you and your team. Congratulations once again on your P3 finish. Bryant, you know what? We really hope to see you in the booth once again this year because
you will.
I love the energy. I love it.
Oh, you will, man. You will, for sure.
All right. Congratulations, Brian, on your P3, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.
All right. That was P3 tonight. Let's go ahead and bring down P2. Thomas Horvath. Here we go. Thomas. This is Thomas and Jay and Josh in the booth. How are you doing?
All right. How about you? How was that race?
How was that race? Man, what an understatement. This thing was incredible from start to finish. We saw people really losing their tires there and trying to make the most of it. Lots of sideways action that we got to see tonight, but more about you though, Thomas. Wow, what a run you had tonight. It kind of looked like that first half of the run maybe got the tires a little too hot there, and then on the second half after the stage caution you really came to life there at the end.
Yeah, I was actually just saving the whole time. That was the strategy. We had a race yesterday at the Roval and my other league, and same idea, and it really helped me a lot. Everybody just started falling back, and then also I was keeping an eye on the guys ahead of me here and seeing them sliding, and I knew they were coming to me eventually. Yeah,
absolutely, and it worked out. You come home P2 off of some bad luck from some others, but nonetheless still really fast. You were definitely one of the top 3 in terms of speed here tonight. An incredible run that you had, but look, again, I don't want to take much of Thomas's time here. Josh, do you have anything for Thomas here?
Heck of a league debut for you, Thomas. I'm glad that you came over and gave us a chance to run tonight. Hopefully you had a great time and saw how much fun we have, and I'm glad to have you, and hopefully you stay warm up there in Canada, eh?
Yeah, yesterday I was wearing a sweater. That was a bad idea. This time I'm a bit smarter, but it sure gets hot steering and yanking on this wheel the whole time. But yeah, I had fun, and appreciate you guys letting me play in your sandbox here, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Jay, you're up. What do you got for Thomas here?
Yes, I just want to say congratulations on this run. What a debut! I mean, wow. You were up front all night long, put on an absolute show for us watching and broadcasting up here in the booth. Who do you have to thank for this incredible performance tonight?
Pretty much just Josh there. He brought me in and gave me a shot and let me have some fun, and yeah, it's all about him.
Well, there you have it.
Love you.
Josh bringing in some top grade talent into his league. That's what we're all about here at the PSCRL League. Great run tonight, Thomas. Congratulations on your debut with a P2 finish. And surely we'll see you in a couple more, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, try to come to as many as I can. That was fun. Thanks, boys.
Awesome. Congratulations once again, and we'll see you in the next one, Thomas.
10-4.
All right, that was your P2 finisher, Thomas Horvath. Let's go ahead and bring down your winner, Matthew Wood. Matthew, this is Thomas, Jay, and Josh in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Wow, what an incredible run you had tonight. Look, the first half of the race, you were doing pretty good there. You know, we saw you get a huge lead there, and then a little mistake happened. You got all the way back down to P5, and you worked your way back. You got your pit stop done. You got the stage caution. Even before the stage caution, you took back over P1, and then it was pretty much all over from there. What was it like sitting behind the wheel during that race?
I think I got a little bit mad. I was a teeny bit mad when I hit the wall, and then when you get me mad, I'm gonna turn into a demon. But I mean, it was tough, and it was gonna determine when the stage caution kind of came out and how much fuel we were gonna save under yellow, whether it was gonna be strategy or not. But we ended up being like 3-4 laps to the good, and we were able to maintain that lead, and I was able to save tires. I don't know what happened to Noah behind me, but I heard Grayson screaming, "Oh, something happened to Noah." I was like, "Oh, well, you go get him, buddy. You go get him, little rock star." But it's awesome. A 1-3 for us. I feel bad for Conley. He had a great run going, but I was too far ahead. I don't know what in the world happened. It sounded like World War III happening behind me, but yeah, good race again. Like I always say, I can't do this without the Lord, and I'm just grateful to be here. I'm blessed to be here. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. A heck of a race that you ran tonight here. Another clinic. Seriously, you got to start nailing down some prices here for these guys if you're going to come out here and put on a clinic like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if I'll win next week. It's Auto Club. I'm a little iffy. I won last season, but that was strategy, all right? I promise it was strategy.
You said that last week too.
Got it.
All right. Look, I'm not going to take up much of your time. Josh, what do you got for your race winner here tonight?
Well, congrats on another $25 from Roger Dodgers Bars and Bumpers. I'm just curious, what 164 scale car are you going to get now?
Whatever I can find.
I thought it was going to be McDonald's.
Yeah. That's what I was just eating. How did you read my mind? That was literally what I was eating. You are lucky because I swallowed the last bite as you got me in here. Literally all those. I have about 15 McDonald's cars back there. I don't know. I don't keep up with them anymore. But
well, there you have it.
I don't know which one I'm going to get.
All right. Jay, what do you got for Matthew here?
Oh man, Matthew, what an absolute dominant performance you put together here, especially when you had a little bit of troubles early. You were able to bounce back and then just put on a clinic like Tom said. I mean, that's 3 in a row. Championship favorite, early season championship favorite here. Who do you have to thank for this performance tonight?
I mean, Grayson always brings a strategy. He keeps the team set up. Just the people behind me supporting me. And knowing that I have good broadcasters to actually look at me when I do something important, and look at the other drivers when they do something important, and not look at the pace car the whole race. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Like I said, the Lord just does a lot for me, and this whole league in general, it's fun. It's a great place to be, especially just the atmosphere in the chats before and after the race. It's a great place to be. I love it here.
Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for those kind words. We do try to be the premium motorsports platform here on YouTube as we stream here tonight. But thanks again for coming out here, giving us some great content, for the kind words. We truly appreciate it. Congratulations on your win here tonight. Makes it 3 in a row. Man, if only. If only I could do that.
I'll get wrecked eventually, trust me. It'll get to that point.
But you know what, Matt? I'm sure I don't even have to say this, but you know, we truly hope to see you in the next one.
Yeah, you better hope to say that.
All right, we'll see you. All right, that was your top 3 for tonight. Wow, what an incredible run that we saw by most. I mean, just the whole race was just action-packed. Back and forth, we saw cars going sideways, other people capitalizing, other people making mistakes. I mean, even our race winner made a huge mistake. Came back, won the race with all this on-track action. Unbelievable.
I mean, wow. Another amazing race here in the PSCRL Truck Series. I can't believe it. This series is just so much fun to call. We start off with the Chicago Street Course. I mean, wow. Road course racing with these guys was just an absolute joy and a blast to watch. Start this race off. Matthew Wood looks like the favorite from the beginning and has an incident into turn 1. Gets into the wall, loses several positions, loses time to the leaders at that point, which Blackwell ends up taking the lead at this stage of the race. And then we see Matthew Wood turn into absolute Iron Man here towards the end of the race, drives back through the field, does a little bit of shortcut strategy there towards the end of the stage, ends up claiming the stage victory, and then we reset the field again for the final stage of this race. And then we see Matthew Wood kind of take control of this race and really stretch out that lead. And then the battle from third on back just got absolutely thrilling towards the end of this race. People swapping positions, making mistakes, cars wrecking, cars spinning out, and then recoveries by guys. When they had a mistake, they were able to recover from it and come back and challenge back for the podium. I mean, wow. It's just thrilling from start to finish. Can't believe how amazing this race was. I mean, wow. Unbelievable. I can't wait for the next one. Just an amazing series, an amazing race, amazing league. Unbelievable drivers, the best drivers in the business, and they put it on display here at the Chicago Street Course.
Absolutely. Josh, do you have anything to add to that?
Man, it was just a great night. Thanks for letting me come and crash the party for the night. I had a blast, man. I did not realize how much fun this was to do, and to be, you know, around your all's energy. It was great, and you know, I think that we had a good night tonight. I'm looking forward to being back home next Saturday. As long as nothing happens with my flight, I should be able to make Auto Club. I think that my dark horse, and this may shock you guys, considering he's usually, you know, in the mid 15th to 20th place. I'm picking Nathan Brookover to have a good night. That's his best track, so I think that he's going to run well. So Dega boys, I'm going to head over to the incident review panel, go through and review the incidents that we have. I'll sign off, and thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on board. Look, real quick before you go, if you guys want an opportunity like this, go ahead and join the membership channel on our YouTube channel. You can have an opportunity just like Josh did. Josh is a great sponsor, or a great member to our channel, and had this opportunity come up. Without his membership, he probably wouldn't be here. But who are we to say? Josh, thank you so much for coming on out. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate the support you give our channel as well.
Absolutely. I love to support people who support the community and support my league and what we're trying to accomplish here and continue to grow. So Dega Boys is the best freaking channel out there, and if you're not supporting them, go to their page. They've got merchandise, and if you do their, I believe, the premium membership, you get a couple items of apparel to go with it too, and you can be some Big Daddy NASCAR with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, thanks, Josh, for coming out once again. I hope to see you in the next one.
I'm out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it right there. Let's go ahead and fix these cams real quick so we can get back on with our show. We're going to go ahead and turn this guy off and go with just Jay and I for now as we wrap up this broadcast, really. So, look, I mean, just overall a fantastic race tonight. You know, this is something that we can really expect with the PSCRO guys, giving us some great on-track content. The pure driving talent that we're seeing out of these guys. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. It's a blast coming out here every Saturday night with Jay up here in the booth. And, yeah. Wow. Any last thoughts, Jay?
Oh my goodness. I'm just at a loss of words. That was just such a fun race to call. I'm so glad Josh was able to come and call this race with us. It was an awesome time. We had Dallas on Thursday. We bring Josh in here on Saturday. So super fun to bring you guys, our channel members, into this broadcast booth and environment. Just have a good time with us, man. It's so
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. All right, let's wind this down here, Jay. Look, Josh Kreider already kind of keyed it in there with our merch on our channel site. Make sure you guys go check that out. We got lots of cool stuff there. Jay has made a phenomenal hat, as you can see that he's wearing right now. Big Daddy IMSO with the 23 hours, 58 minutes, and 36 seconds of Daytona there. Go ahead. Go get yourself some merch there. It helps supports our channel a lot. We really appreciate it. Any of the funds that goes to any of our content here, including our memberships, our merch, and super chats, whatever. It goes straight back to the channel. Nowhere else. We want to build this channel, make it the premier spot on YouTube for motorsports. Nothing else. It's what we grind here for. So, we really appreciate everybody coming out in the comments, giving us some great comments here during the race. We really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. It gets us in the algorithm, gets more people's eyes on our content. We really appreciate that. All the likes and subscriptions as well to our channel. We really appreciate all you guys. Man, has our channel absolutely blown up. I think we hit 6,000 subs just yesterday or today, this morning, one of those days. Unbelievable. But just wow. I don't know what to say. Crazy. Just crazy. This idea just started up on a whim, and here we are. Having fun with it. So I'm gonna pass it off to Jay here. Jay, why don't we talk a little bit about our podcast? What we got coming up next week?
Oh man, we got a lot coming up next week actually. So next week coming Tuesday, the Full Send Half Mass Podcast, episode 56, back at it again. As always, a weekly thing, like clockwork. We'll be back here for a Daytona 500 weekend preview. We'll be giving you our predictions for all the races, the pole sitters even for Wednesday. Go in depth, go over the entry list for all the races from Trucks, Xfinity, Cup, ARCA. It's going to be a thrill. Going to get the live reactions of all of our picks. And also, we're going to be going over our fantasy picks, which that's what we'll talk about here for a second. If you guys want to join fantasy with us, our NASCAR Fantasy League, you've got a few more days to do it. Get your lineup set before the Daytona 500 race, and then you're entered into our league. Fun little league, a little bit of bragging rights on deck there for that. So make sure to go check out our fantasy league. That link is all in our community page as well as our Discord, which go join our Discord. Tom put together a fantastic Discord for all the news and everything happening around the motorsports world, especially with everything going on with the Dega Boys and our broadcasting as well. All of our events are scheduled, so you can stay up to date there. And then also Saturday, we are bringing the watch party back again on Saturday, the 18th, Daytona 500 watch party. Dallas is going to be in the booth with us. In the stream with us, and we're just going to be watching the race, reacting to it as it happens live and organically, get our live reactions. Come join us with the chat. Come send us your messages. Tell us what's going on, what you're thinking. It's a great time. Watch parties have got a lot of interest as of late, and we're excited to bring those back again here in 2024. And also, there's going to be some more broadcasts next week as well. Can't wait for all the more broadcasts we're going to be doing. We're going to be streaming just about every day for the next 4 or 5 months here on this channel. So there's going to be nonstop action. Make sure to go check out our socials as well. Go follow us on X. Go follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. On Patreon, you can get even more exclusive access, especially with the Dega games that are on deck here soon. I'll let Tom talk about that.
Yes, guys, we have secured everything we need for the Dega games today. We got that all ironed out with the King of Camo. And, I mean, I gotta show it off. I have to.
Yeah, you gotta show it off.
Look at this thing, guys. The King of Camo absolutely hit it out of this world with this AR. They painted this up for me and the Dega Boys channel. And you're going to see this on display with some of the Digga games that we're going to be doing. Lots of fun here. Man, I just love looking at this thing. This thing is freaking sweet. But yeah, we got lots of stuff coming up with Digga games. Hey, look, broadcasting starting up. NSR starting up. We're going to continue with the backmarkers, guys. We're going to continue with the PSCRL, guys. It's going to be phenomenal. We've already got an insane starting list for all of our series, and it's only going to get better. Ladies and gentlemen, again, your premier spot for racing. Whether it be real life or iRacing, we got it all right here. Check out our Discord. Really cool place. We're always posting news links in there for you to stay updated in the motorsports world. We really appreciate everybody who comes and joins the Discord. Not only that, but our YouTube channel, our Patreon, Facebook, X, TikTok, all of the above. It means so much to us as we continue to grow this channel. With that being said, though, this has been Thomas and Jay in the booth tonight here, broadcasting the PSCRL race here at the Chicago Street Course. Thank you once again for everybody coming out. We truly appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one.